as tonight's pregame prayer is given by Mary and Brian Timberlake, representing their reunion class of 1975 and all the other reunion classes at this year's homecoming.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful fall evening and ask that you bless this special place that means so much to so many. Keep these athletes safe and free of injury so that they may give their best effort in the spirit of good sportsmanship and courage. Help us all to be ever mindful of all of our many blessings. In the name of your Holy Son we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise for tonight's raising of the flag in recognition of the game. Raising the flag tonight will be the mothers of the senior football players. And if you would, please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your hats for tonight's presentation of our national anthem by the Lovett Singers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Attention, student Bailey Johnson. Please pick up your car key from the central ticket check. Bailey Johnson, please pick up your car key at the central ticket taker.
We And I'm glad that we put the mic back on for the video streaming.
For the video broadcast.
And I'm glad we turned it off when we decided to turn it off, although we could have been a little earlier on turning it off.
I hope so, and I hope we should probably just go ahead and apologize in advance if we're speaking between quarters or at halftime and it's being picked up. It's being picked up on the video stream. Wesleyan wins the toss and defers to the second half, so the Lions are going to go on offense and going to receive, and off we're going to go.
Lovett will be defending the south end zone. Wesleyan will kick off from that north end zone, and Wesleyan looks like they have got Jordan Mack doing about everything for him. How tall is he? About 6'11"?
Yeah, he's a big guy. It's no wonder UVA's been after him as well as it looked like he had offers from just about every ACC school. Kid's a talented guy. He's a big guy and a real athlete. Plays both ways for him. Very good receiver.
It's homecoming here on the riverbank, and the Lovett Lions just burst through a big banner that said, "This is our house," and Wesleyan in their road white uniforms with some stylized pants that I don't know how to describe them, but they're a little stylized with the striping.
It looks like the Wolves had a little bit of trouble getting through their banner there. Must be some thick paper.
But it said "Get fired up," and Jordan Mack doesn't lead them off. He doesn't lead them onto the field. He leads them through at the very end, and he strolls towards that sideline. We're going to call Jordan Mack's name a lot tonight. I want to thank Ruth's Chris Steakhouse for bringing you our pregame show. They've done it for many years now. One of your favorite people, Wilson Oswald, very attached to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, as are we. And that means that it's 7:29 here on the East Coast, and we're ready for football.
Notice the Lions are back in their traditional navy blue with white pants tonight. I don't know if we've gone away from that baby blue, powder blue look due to some less than stellar results maybe earlier in the year, but we're back to the traditional look.
So a little bit of a different setup for the Lions tonight. Max McCrady's going to drop deep for the Lions, flanked by K.J. Wallace and Chase Carter. And kicking off for the Wolves, he'll tee it up on that far hash mark towards the riverbank, is Jordan Weaver. And I hope it's not pronounced Jordan Weaver, as it probably should be, but it's Jordan Weaver, and he'll kick it away. So we got a little bit of football ahead of us. Sit back and relax and pull the Lions through as Weaver approaches it and hits a line drive that McCrady bobbles, picks back up. He's up across the 5, coming to this near sideline, going to get spun down around the 15-yard line. That was a hard kick to handle, and he got swung down by Garrett Hangarten right there at the 15-yard line.
Got a little bit of a late start returning that thing, and tough one to handle, as you said. Wesleyan did a good job of busting through our wedge.
So 1st and 10 Lions from their own 15-yard line. Ball straight on the 15. I mean, it is hugging the 15-yard line, and Tyndall will send Ringer out wide left, Wallace to his right. He's got a single setback with Jay Harris. Shotgun set. He's going to take it, toss it to Harris. He's going to try and run wide towards the edge. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6, give him 7 up to the 22. Nice pickup by Jay Harris.
Tough running. Jay Harris doing what he's been doing all year. Good, hard running.
He doesn't shy away from contact.
And I shouldn't have said all year. He's been doing it since his sophomore, even a little bit as a freshman. Quality Lovett line.
Drew Aspinwall was in on the tackle along with John Morris for the Wolves. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 Lions at their own 22. Again, shotgun set. This time Harris flanks, Tyndall to his right. We're going to toss it right to him. He's going to try and cut back. He's going to pick up about 2 and be brought down again at the 24-yard line by John Morris, their outside linebacker.
Same play to the other side. Out of the shotgun, toss, sweep.
Didn't make a real seal block on that inside that time on Morris.
No, we didn't do it as well going right as we did going left the first time. So 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 from the 24. Lions make the 25. They pick up first set of downs. This time we'll go empty backfield. We'll go bunch set to the left. Tyndall may call his own number. Tyndall does. He gets hit right at, I think, just shy of the 25. Let's see. Not a very good spot for Tyndall. Aspinwall came in there and hit him high.
Oh, I thought they had a push. But Wesleyan did a good job of filling that hole real quick.
And sure enough, it's 4th down and maybe an inch.
And the offense, oh, there goes the offense. Punting units coming onto the field.
So Cole Taylor looks like he's going to drop back to kick it away. And he'll stand right around his 10. Deep for the Wolves, standing around his 43-yard line. Taylor will get this punt away right around his 15. Good snap. Taylor's going to keep it and look for running room.
Oh, the fake.
And he's not. He's going to make it.
Oh, wow.
Taylor kept his feet and drove across the 25 up to the 30. What a play by Cole Taylor. He was dead cold, stopped at around the 22-yard line, kept his feet and drove ahead across the 25.
What an individual effort. He made 2 guys miss in the backfield, then got stood up, then pushed forward for another 5 yards. That was all Cole Taylor right there. Boy, he bailed us out. That wasn't looking good for a second.
Morris made the tackle, but good gosh, Taylor, I think, had a big seam on this side, and he wanted to cut it back inside.
He almost lost 10 yards. He made someone miss.
So 1st and 10 Lions, we're going to run Harris wide left. They're going to give chase, and they're going to pull him down.
Good luck.
Kevin Stipe brought him down for about a 2-yard loss back around the 26, 27-yard line.
That's a good-looking defensive end for Wesleyan. He did a nice job of running sideline to sideline there.
The Lions right now is skewing the pass. Are trying to run the football, and not with much success going wide that time. It'll bring up 2nd and 12. We're at the 8:50 mark here in this first period. We're scoreless here on the Riverbank as the Lions have already dialed it up on Riverboat Gambler night. Shotgun set for Tyndall. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. We're going to throw it complete to Jackson. No, it's incomplete. Bounced off of Stewart's hands right around the 30. They had good coverage that time. It'll bring up 3rd and 12.
Good throw, though. Nice, simple little 5-yard out route. Just couldn't hang on to it.
So McCready checks out. Harris checks back in. Stops the clock with 8:31 to go here in this scoreless first period. And let's see what the Lions can dial up on 3rd down. 3rd and 13, we'll call it. We put Wallace in motion. We're going to roll to this near side. Tyndall does. He's going to throw complete to Wallace up around the 38-yard line. It may not be enough for a first. Let's see where he marks it. A great catch by Wallace, and I think it's just shy of a first down. Let's see. I'm surprised he picked it up and didn't. What I'm surprised about is that the official didn't just mark it where KJ went down. He picked it up and moved it and then put it down.
Well, I hate to disagree with you, but I know you've never seen a spot you liked, so there's not much we can say about that. But what a throw into very tight coverage. It was a dangerous throw, really. Just barely past the Wesleyan cornerback's fingertips. And KJ Wallace, this talented young freshman, made an awesome catch.
And I think it's about a good yard short.
Yep. So here we go again with another 4th and 1.
Maybe 2 feet short. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's a healthy yard there. Well, it looked like a full yard, but we'll see. Right now, the offense is staying on the field. Well, I guess we're getting the spot right now.
So the ball is resting just shy of the 38. We've got to get just shy of the 39 for a first down. And the Lions line up again with a bunch set to the left. 1 receiver ringer to this near side. Tyndall in a shotgun. Let's see if we don't go a little motion to see what their linebackers do on this. Again, 4th and about 2 full feet, big feet.
Shotgun set for Tyndall. He goes with a long count and then walks up. He's
Audible.
changing his play this time.
Perhaps.
Again, shotgun. They're going to run the Tyndall on this near side, and he's going to go down right around the 38-yard line, and I don't think he made it. I think they may have blown that whistle a little early. Let's see where they mark it.
That's going to be another close one. It's, we needed 2 feet. We might have gotten 1.5. The Wesleyan players feel pretty good.
It's going to be close, but I'm afraid it's short by about 3 inches. They're going to call for a measurement. Stops the clock with 7:50 to go. The Lions having to go twice to gamble for it on 4th down.
I guess Coach Muschamp would rather spread them out and take defenders out of the box rather than line up in some kind of heavy set and ram it forward. That's twice now we've gone for it out of the shotgun.
They stretch it, and it's enough for a 1st down. Wow.
How about that?
I mean, barely enough for a 1st down.
How about that? Woo. The drive's alive.
This game will go quickly if we have to do this. I'm being facetious.
Those are 20 hard yards we've earned so far. In 8 plays.
An inch. Shotgun set for the Lions on a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 Lions at their own 39-yard line. We put Harris in motion. We run a little toss sweep on the reverse to K.J. Wallace. He cuts it back inside. He's going to pick up 6 or 7, almost 8 up across the 45, up near the 47, 48-yard line goes K.J. Wallace.
I'd say as Coach Muschamp stressed to us in practice the other day, getting the ball in K.J. Wallace's hands has got to be a top priority for this team. He's a dynamic young football player.
Adam Moon and Cole Mannion combined to pull down Wallace, but he picked up a good 8 that time. 2nd and 2 Lions. We run it with Harris running left, looking for running room. He just has to cut back inside. He gets brought down right around the 49. You were motioning. You wanted him to stay outside?
No, I think he had it on the edge. I do. He stopped, planted his foot, and cut back up. And there was a bunch of Wesleyan Wolves waiting on him. And outside, his blockers were ready to lead him to the promised land.
John Morris brought him down. It'll make it 3rd and probably somewhere around I'll say it's a half yard. It's a half a foot, actually. We need our box man to get a little closer to the standard. Tyndall's going to keep it, going to get it right to the 50 and pick up enough for a 1st down. So the Lions, 11 plays already on this drive, and we're just now at the midfield stripe.
Another 3rd and 1. This one wasn't as close as the others, but if he needed 2 yards, he got. If he needed 2 feet, he got 3 there. So still pretty close.
So we've gone 5.5 minutes in this first period, and we're just now at the midfield stripe. 1st and 10 Lions from the 50, and we're going to go this time with a pistol set. One receiver to this near side, that's Wallace. Tyndall's going to take it. He's got some time, and he throws it complete to Cole Taylor, who stamps out of bounds right around the Wesleyan 39-yard line. It'll be enough for 11 and a Lovett 1st down. Nice play by Taylor, nice throw by Tyndall.
Nice job of going through his progressions there. Taylor was not his first option, and he did a nice job of going through his progressions and finding the open man. Nice throw. This Brady Tyndall's got a nice arm. Good-looking athlete.
You always tried to find Palmer Rollins with those solid hands of his.
Yep.
We mean rock solid.
Rock solid.
1st and 10 Lions from the 39. Tyndall looking. He's going to float it out. And, doggone it, Smith Brooks was unable to come up with it on that far sideline. I thought he had somebody a little bit in the seam right around the 20.
Yeah, it looked again like Smith Brooks was his 3rd or 4th option. And by the time he got to him, Wesleyan had closed. Probably a blessing that ball wasn't caught anyways. They were on him.
Good pressure that time by James Williams. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 6:06 to go here in this first period. Scoreless right now. Tyndall's going to call his own number and push ahead for about 4 down to about the 35. Give him 4 to the 35. It'll bring up 3rd and 6 and a lengthy 6 officially. Again, Drew Aspinwall brought him down along with Tanner Moore.
That's a nice big defensive front Wesleyan's got there. Our O-line seems to be holding their own though. They're aggressively going after them.
They run a three-man front a lot. Shotgun set. Here comes the blitz. We pick it up. Tyndall rolling to his right, floats it, and KJ Wallace can't get that left foot down. The right foot came down out of bounds, and let's see what the Lions do on a 4th and 7.
He did his best, Chris Carter there, Richard. He tried to get the 2 toes in, but just barely out of bounds. Still a nice looking catch and toe tap, just barely out of bounds.
So Taylor will check in on this 4th and 7 and look to step back and have his heels on about the 49-yard line and try and punt it away. Wesleyan drops. Is that Banks Ramsey they've got deep? Good snap. Taylor hits a high, wobbly kick. No. Coming across, fumbling it, and the Lions are going to pick it up. Score. Oh, yeah, he can't advance it, but John Staten recovered it, and the Lions are in business at the 6. The ball bounced off of Harrison Cook, their wide receiver and defensive back. He tried to gather it in. I don't know why he didn't just let it bounce into the end zone.
Risky.
But he tried to gather it up, running to his right, and never got a handle on it.
He never got under it either. He was trying to catch that thing on the run with his fingertips. He was it's a dangerous attempt there.
That was Harrison Cook, number 18. That's right. That's who was deep. So the Lions are in business. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. We're scoreless, and the Lions continue to move the football. Tyndall's going to call his own number, but he's going to get dropped right at the line of scrimmage. He had no running room as Big Sam Gotlick brought him down right at, they're going to be a loss of a yard back to the 8.
And now drive start.
It's going to be a long night if we try to run straight up the middle. I'm not saying we can't do it, but that's going to be a battle.
So 2nd and goal from the 8. Tyndall in the shotgun. He's going to look, throw over the middle. And Ringer comes up with it. Ringer on a slant route. Gathers it in, and the Lions go up 6-0 with 4:34 to go here in this first period.
What a throw, what a catch into a tight window. That was good coverage. He put it right where he had to put it. Great catch.
Great catch is an understatement, but Tyndall absolutely threaded it the only place it could go. Because remember, Peyton Ringer is all of 5 feet 6 inches tall.
We've run 17.
So the Lions are to line up in their
Swinging gate formation.
Go ahead and describe it for us while we tweet out what's happening.
Well, it looks like our quarterback, Brady Tyndall, is your holder, so we'll keep an eye on that should we find ourselves in a situation to fake. But we're going to kick this one up and right through. Good-looking kick, and the Lions take the lead 7-0. What a throw and catch. It's great to see him take advantage of that muffed punt return by Wesleyan. This is not going to be an easy night for the Lion offense. Those are some good-looking defenders on the Wesleyan side. But so far, we're making the plays we need to make.
So give us our Roost Chris Steakhouse drive recap.
Well, it wasn't a short one. 85 yards, Richard. 17 total plays. 3 different 3rd and 1s. We took 7:19 off the clock. It was a long drive, and obviously there was the big punt fumble that gave the Lions the ball inside their own 10, and we were able to convert. Some nice-looking throws by Brady Tyndall into tight coverage that went the Lions' way. And now we're going to get our first look at some of the offensive weapons that Wesleyan's got, and we know they got a couple of them.
So McGowan will boot it away deep for the Wolves, standing just inside their 10 is Adam Moon, and we're going to hit it short, where it's going to be gathered in right around the 30 and going down right at the 32-yard line. In fact, that was Adam Moon. They had deep. They had Jordan Argalagos, but he didn't gather it in. That was Moon.
Yeah, their star running back was back there. I guess we wanted no part of him, as well as number 18, Harrison Cook.
For the Lions, Adam Achikar and Charlie Chambers brought him down to the 32, and that's where it'll be First and 10 for the Wolves, and they'll go pistol set with power to the right, 2 receivers to the right for Ramsey. Ramsey takes it, runs toss sweep, cutting back inside, but dropped right around the 34-yard line.
Nice looking tackle by our safety.
Jordan Argalegos got dropped right there by Chase Carter and give him 2 up to the 34-yard line. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to complain about spots. I thought he brought him down to the 33, but they gave him the 34. 2nd and 8.
I just think we should save some of those complaints for in the 3rd and 4th quarter when we really need them. This Argalegos running back is a good-looking back for Wesleyan. He's having a nice season. He's a big kid, tough runner.
Again, pistol set, this time with 2 receivers to the near side. Now they break up the pistol. They run Argalegos to this near side. We've got good coverage. Now we're chasing Ramsey. He's trying to cut it up himself, and he just slides down right around the 35. They're going to mark it essentially the line of scrimmage at the 34.
Boy, I'm glad he slid. That is, that quarterback for Wesleyan might be the biggest kid on the field.
I was thinking the exact same thing when you said it.
You don't see a whole lot of high school quarterbacks sliding like that, but I'm glad he did.
Ian Herbert was given pressure along with Greg Rogers. You know, it sort of reminded me of Wesley Logan, the way he used to slide a lot.
Yeah,
Speaking of Ole Miss Rebels.
Yeah, Wesley would take a knee in the backfield sometimes if the pressure got a little tight on him.
So shotgun set on this 3rd and 8. And this is what we need to dial up for the defense. Here comes a little bit of a blitz. He's going to throw it out wide to Argalegos. He loses his footing, but he's going to go down right around the 40. He's going to be shy of the 42 where they needed to get, and it'll bring up 4th and about 1.5.
At the 40.
And Wesleyan looks like they're going to punt it away.
Yeah, that's a
Jake White slid over to drop him.
That's a good 1.5 yards they got to go. I'm not surprised they're bringing out the punting unit here.
So Ringer will drop back.
Nice job of swarming and containing.
And Jordan Weaver will kick it away. He'll get this punt away right around his 29 if it's not a fake. Now, it is a kick. He takes plenty of time, and he hits a howitzer that chases Ringer back to his 15, which is where he gathers it in, holds on to it, gives us a heart attack, and goes down right at the 15.
God, that looked a lot like the Wesleyan punt that was muffed. He was running back. He didn't get under that ball. He caught it with his fingers, but he held on, and he was in the process of falling down as he caught the ball.
They're going to mark it at the 18 as or the 17. That's where he gathered it in and fell backwards to the 15. So good spot on that.
Yeah, good spot. We'll mark that. We'll put that one in the win column. This Peyton Ringer's got some hands on him, doesn't he?
They fell backwards, 2 yards up. Oh no, they moved to the 15. Never mind.
No, they did move it back to the 15. I thought they were going to give it to him at the 17, but they marked it back to the 15. So 1st and 10 lines, leading it 7-0 here in this first period, late first period. Shotgun set, and he goes under center, and we try to run Wallace wide, and he gets hammered in the backfield. I mean, unloaded on by Ryan Weed.
Yeah, immediate penetration by that Wesleyan D end, outside linebacker, whatever he is. That one, he was in our backfield quickly.
So it'll make it 2nd and a short 12 or a long 11 for the Lions. This time we go shotgun set, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Now we put him in motion. That's Harris. We try and run him left. He looks for some running room. He's going to pick up about 4 up across the 15, up near the 18. It'll make the 3rd and 7 lines. And boy, Jordan Mack closed on that very quickly with Kyle Rout.
Yeah, Mack again showing why he's the only D1 athlete, at least in terms of seniors, on the field right now. He was looking good there. So 3rd and a long 7. What do you do here?
You try and run it and punt it away with a 7-0 lead. Pistol set. Tyndall takes it. Looks to throw. He's in trouble. He tries to find Smith Brooks, but he throws him behind him, and he can't gather it in. It'll stop the clock with 56 seconds to go in this first period. The Lions will be forced to punt it away on 4th down.
That's another. That's the second time that Smith Brooks kind of too little, too late. Even if he'd caught that ball, he had a Wesleyan defender all over him.
Yeah, Ryan Weed was step for step with him, and he would have brought him down right in his tracks.
No, actually, I was off last week.
So Cole Taylor will stand on about his 5. He'll get this punt away right around his 8. And Harrison Cook, right at midfield,
Came out of the strep with a sinus infection.
will gather it in right at midfield, come to this near side and get dropped right there by the Russian Rob Pavlov.
Great job by Pavlov. Got down there in a hurry. Got down, and that was not a high kick, so he needed to get down there in a hurry, and he did.
So Wesleyan will have it 1st and 10 at the 48 with 48 seconds to go in this first period, trailing at 7-0.
Through the first quarter, I heard your spotter will be back up here after halftime.
It's odd how they split all their wideouts, but they huddled their linemen.
It is, and those are some big wideouts. Are those fullbacks and tight ends out there?
1st and 10 Wesleyan moving towards that south end zone. Shotgun set for Ramsey. He fakes it, throws it to this near side to Harrison. He gets dropped right there in his tracks. Harrison Cook was hit high, low, and in between by a combination of John Staten and a quick closing Ian Herbert. You know who Ian Herbert's cousin is?
I don't.
Drew Beskin.
Really?
Yes.
How about that? Beskin. Not a football player. Good to see his cousin is. Nice tackle there by Staten.
Clock continues to run here on that 1-yard pass completion. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Ramsey has 3 wideouts to his right, 2 to his left, empty backfield. Ramsey looks. Here comes the blitz. He's going to throw it underneath, and he can't find his receiver trying to run the slant route. That looked like Zach Peterson.
Was that Charlie Chambers, the corner coming off the edge there, getting in the Wesleyan backfield? Between he and 52 Jake White, they were all over that quarterback, putting a lot of pressure on him.
Again. White checks out for the Lions as we go to sort of a nickel set this time on this 3rd and 9. That pass incompletion freezes the clock at 5 seconds to go in this first period. Lions clinging to a 7-0 lead, and the Wolves on this 3rd down will again go 2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left, 1 single setback. Lions come with sort of an outside blitz. He's going to try and launch it down deep for Harrison Cook, and it's wide and beyond his reach on this near sideline. Peyton Ringer with the coverage that time.
Nice coverage by Peyton Ringer. That never had a shot. Nice defensive stand.
So that'll do it for the first 12 minutes of this game. Lions will go to the second half, hopefully with decent field position after a punt by Wesleyan as we move towards this. Second quarter, I want to thank Jim Summerhour's son from the University of Tennessee, Ward Summerhour, for coming up here and visiting with us and helping out spotting. When we told him we weren't going to pay him anymore, he had to leave. I'm just going I'm giving him a hard time. Why do you think I called him Ward? Because of Ward used to be our spotter, so that's why we called Parr Ward. He was the original replacement for Ward. Mark, thanks, buddy. Come back anytime.
I will. I'll try. Thank you so much.
I want to mention that our Jonquil Sporting Goods Lovett Athletes of the Week are our senior boys cross-country team. So congratulations, all of you senior cross-country runners. You're having a successful season so far and a lot more to come. So as we get to this second period, Jordan Weaver will drop back inside his 35 to punt it away. He'll get it away right around his 37. It's a high, lazy kick that Ringer just lets bounce.
Yeah, don't touch it. You already called a fair catch.
Inside the 20 down to the 19. I was thinking the same thing.
He called a fair catch the second it left the punter's foot, but then he kind of thought twice about it, like he was going to pick it up and go somewhere with it.
Yeah, I don't like this getting near the ball.
No, it just makes you nervous that the ball's going to hit off his foot or something. Good field position. Well, relatively good field position.
Well, 34-yard net punt, or 33-yard officially. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10, moving out of that north end zone. Tyndall goes shotgun with 3 receivers to his right. Jackson, Wallace, and Harris. Now he puts Harris in motion, hands it to him, coming to this near sideline, cuts it up, gets up across the 25, up near the 27. Let's see where he marks him out.
Nice gain right there.
He's going to give him the 27. Nice pickup. Drew Aspinwall again in on that tackle.
These teams are like mirror images of each other. We look to run the same offense and the same defense. They run the same 3 down lineman, 3 linebacker defense we do, and the offenses look the same too.
So 2nd and a long 2 for the Lions. We go again 3 receivers to the right for Tyndall. We have 2 backs flanking on the left. Tyndall tries to call his own number. He fights ahead up near the 28 and gets swallowed up by a host of Wolves right there. And I think he's going to be just shy of the 29. It'll bring up 3rd down. Boy, yards are hard to come by tonight.
They are. He did a nice job of fighting for the few inches he got because there wasn't much there.
John Morris and Michael Payne brought him down. Boy, he barely got to the 28. We've got to get to the 29 for a 1st down. 3rd and a long 1. Shotgun set, empty backfield for Tyndall. He's got 3 receivers to his right. 1, we'll call him setback or flanker or wingman. That's Smith Brooks, and he shifts back over to this near side. And we're going to call a timeout. Coach Muschamp was trying to see what they were going to shift with. He and Coach Moak were kind of communicating back and forth what they wanted, and the Lions will call a timeout. So it's timeout on the field. 10:26 to go here in this 2nd period. The Lions lead at 7-0. By the way, Lovett's campus store, it's time to start gathering your seasonal items from Lovett's campus store. Halloween is next Saturday. You knew that.
I did.
And Thanksgiving follows right on its heels. That's one of your mother's favorite holidays. The campus store has everything you need as gifts or for decorating for the season. Their prices are always lower than retail. There's no sales tax on any item. And all proceeds go back to the school. The gift wrapping alone is worth the shopping experience. Video replays of Lovett football are also available, courtesy of Timeless Videos. Your parents are off with Missy Doyle Holland, I understand, this weekend.
They are. They're up in North Georgia with Missy and Steve. I do believe they're listening on the radio, as well as some other Caswells. My Aunt Linda. I know my brother Jim and Skin Edge are sitting on the couch down in Noonan, Georgia, doing a little couch surfing. Fall tour got kicked off tonight, but they're listening.
Skin, your father sent me an ugly text today about my Auburn golf team. I won't repeat what he said about them. All right, 3rd and a long 1 for the Lions as we go out of this timeout. We go shotgun set, 3 receivers to the right, and Tyndall's going to go and get across the 30 up near the 32-yard line, found a little hole, a little seam, and picked up about 4 and a 1st down for the Lions. Drew Aspinwall, you think we were going to call his name enough tonight?
All right, he's everywhere. That timeout was well worth it, though. Whatever we saw, we called the perfect play. We had him outflanked from the start, and there were yards to be had, and we got them. Nice call by Coach Muschamp and the offensive staff.
1st and 10 Lions from their 32, moving towards that south end zone, or right to left, for those of you challenged by your ambidextrous abilities. Shotgun set. We're going to try and run Harris on a little dive play as he bursts across the 40, up near the 43, 44-yard line almost, and he picks up enough for a Lovett 1st down. Aspinwall again with Harrison Cook brought him down there.
Tough running. You get the feeling this Lovett offense is gaining a little confidence against these big Wolves. That was some tough running and some nice blocking there.
Yeah, outstanding blocking that time by David Easterling. He did a great job of sealing for Harris that time. So 1st and 10 Lions from the 43. We try and run Harris to that wide side. He doesn't have much running room, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds by big Jordan Mack. And, I mean, when I say shoved out of bounds, he was driven kind of beyond the bench over there.
That was a harsh ending to that play. They had that thing strung out from the start. That's the danger when you run east-west. When it doesn't work, it's not pretty. I continue to be amazed at the size of the skill players, particularly the skill players. These are the biggest DBs and wide receivers I've ever seen on this Wesleyan Wolf team.
You haven't seen pace.
Yeah. But it's like you can't tell the difference between an O lineman and a wide receiver, or a D lineman and a DB on this Wesleyan team.
So 2nd 11 Lions from their own 42. Shotgun set for Tyndall, 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. He's got Smith Brooks as sort of a wing on his left. Long count, he looks to be going to an audible. Tyndall takes it, looks. He's in some trouble. He has some running room up across the 50. Tyndall down inside the 40, down inside the 30 goes Brady Tyndall. He's finally tripped up right around the 32-yard line as he bursts downfield. was Tyndall.
What a great job there to see the opening on the backside of that blocking scheme. He found the back door, and there was nobody there, and he just took off.
Harrison Cook saved the touchdown, but not before Tyndall raced into Wesleyan territory, and the Lions are set up in business at the 23. Shotgun set, one receiver right, two receivers left. We put Harris in motion. Tyndall's going to call his own number again inside the 20 down to around the 17. I'll give KJ Wallace credit. He goes toe for toe every single snap with Jordan Mack.
Yeah, these receivers are mixing it up. On that big Tyndall run right there, the key to it was how well the receivers were blocking. But between KJ Wallace and Mack out there, those are two big-looking. Both those guys are going to play college football.
So timeout on the field, 8:58 to go here. Lions lead at 7-0 as we'll come back and look at a 2nd and 4 for the Lions. So far, we've found those spots, and Tyndall didn't hesitate that time when he pulled it down, and he was in a little bit of trouble.
Right. I mean, the whole play from a passing standpoint, everything was to the left. When he decided his men were covered, he looked to the right, out the back door, and there was nothing but green grass. And he did a great job of tucking it and taking off, as opposed to forcing it into coverage.
Kind of remind you of Chad Kelly.
It did remind me of Chad Kelly. And they both have big arms. This Brady Tyndall's a good-looking young quarterback. He's got a nice arm. He's athletic. He moves well.
And his father was a solid ball player for the Lions many years ago. Tommy Tyndall. So the Lions gather as Wesleyan calls timeout. Both teams have used a timeout so far in this first half. 2nd and 4 Lions from their 17. Shotgun set for Tyndall. He's in some trouble. He's going to swing it out. Oh, we've got to watch that ball going out of bounds. I think it's a lateral.
Let's see if they called it.
He calls it incomplete.
That was close, and I'm not 100% sure that our wide receiver knew that was a lateral, and he just kind of let it tiptoe out of bounds. The ball, that is. That could have been dangerous.
Tyndall was in some trouble, and he alertly threw it, but he was trying to, I think, find Harris
swinging out.
But I could have sworn from our angle it looked like it was a lateral.
That was going to be a dramatic collision, too, if Harris had caught that ball, because he had about 10 yards, but he had 3 Wesleyan guys closing in on him. It's about to be a 3-on-1 there.
So the Lions will face 3rd and 4 this time. And it's a long 4 from the 17. We've got to get inside the 14. Shotgun set for Tyndall. He calls his own number, bursts ahead, makes a spin move, down inside the 10. Tyndall scores!
What a highlight.
Chris Palmer lives!
He made 3 or 4 guys miss just by sidestepping them.
That first spin move reminded me of Chris Palmer so much.
Little Chris Palmer. Not so little Chris Palmer, really. And then he did the spin move first, but then he made 2 guys miss by sidestepping them both. I mean, put that one on the college recruiting tape. That was a nice-looking run. Beautiful run.
So the Lions go up 13-0 on the scamper. And McGowan will come on to attempt this extra point, which is good in your new score. Lovett 14, Wesleyan nothing, 8:44 to go here in the second period. Recap that for us.
Well, I'll recap that extra point right quick. I don't know if it's going to come down to a field goal, but that extra point was good from 40 yards out. As far as the drive itself goes, another long one, 81 yards, Richard. 3 minutes off the clock, 9 plays. Brady Tyndall making plays with his feet. The real difference on that drive there, the big long run and then the beautiful touchdown run at the end to cap it all off. The Brady Tyndall show there. And it seems pretty evident that when we get in these short yardage situations, we go into the shotgun and we pretty much run it right up the middle with the quarterback out of the gun. We'll see if we can keep getting away with that. It's not that it was wide open there. He just made guys miss.
So McGowan will boot it away. He's got the ball teed up on this near hash mark. And he will pooch this one short. And it's going to bound and go up high and be gathered in by Aspinwall right at the 30. Aspinwall was very smart to get back and get on that ball.
You know those Wesleyan fans were nervous there for a second. Whenever the ball hits in no man's land there, it's a nervous situation for the return team.
He found that little gap
Yep.
that nobody was covering.
And in the end, actually ended up being a pretty effective kick.
Of course, my greatest memory of somebody not touching the ball was when Michael Steele didn't touch the ball when it was kicked at Thomasville, and he let Andre gather it in and go.
And the rest is history. Great touchdown return there.
First and 10 from the 30. Wesleyan gives it to Argalegos, and we drop him with McCown closing quickly right at the line of scrimmage, maybe give him a half yard just up across the 30.
Great job by the line defense. We were in their backfield immediately there.
It'll make it second and a long 9 for the Wolves.
And the Wolves don't huddle, like you said. The O-linemen huddle, but the receivers stay out wide. So it's kind of I wouldn't call it a hurry up, but it's a no huddle. Only the linemen huddle.
So on this second and 9, Ramsey will send 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. He hands it to Argalegos again. He finds some running room. He's up across the 35, gets up to the 40, and going to go down right around the 42-yard line. Ball came out late.
Did he get the first? Looks like he did.
He certainly did get the first, and so
we're going to have to be careful with Argalegos. He's a nice-looking running back.
yeah, I think they're going to keep him in a lot. They're not going to go 5 wide much. First and 10 Wesleyan at their own 42. Again, Argalegos takes it, tries to run off this right side, and he doesn't find much running room, and Jake White is there to drop him right around the 42, 43-yard line.
Well, thankfully,
that's a nice spot.
Well, thankfully there's no horse collar in high school football, because the truth is that's exactly what that was, and now Argalegos is limping after he was tackled in kind of an uncomfortable-looking manner, and now he's limping in the backfield. We'll keep an eye on that.
That play picked up 2 to the 44, bring up 2nd and 8 for the Wolves. Again, 2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left. Banks Ramsey takes it, drops straight back, has some time. He pushes it downfield and dropped right around the 30-yard line. It was in and out of the hands of Josh Gerard.
The Lions caught a break there. They had an open receiver. It was a nice throw. He couldn't hang on.
Ramsey, his throwing style reminds me of Phillip Rivers.
Yes, he drops his elbow. His elbow stays low the whole time. Almost looks like a shot put more than anything.
Do you see where they just marked the ball?
Well, there you go. They fixed it. You were right there. Yeah, for a second there, they were going to make it 3rd and 10, but now it's back to 3rd and 8. Argalegos is not on the field.
So they'll go empty backfield this time. Now they put a man in motion. That's Kevin Sight. They're going to throw it to this near side to Cook. We're going to gather him in and drop him right around the 45-yard line. Play picked up 1, but looks like Wesleyan will be forced to punt it away, and the George Privish defense dials up a stop.
Yeah, that poor guy didn't have a chance. Wide receiver screen. Second he caught the ball, there was 3 Lions all over him.
Jackson Stewart was there, along with Sam Perry. I saw Jackson Stewart's grandmother downstairs before the game. So Jordan Weaver will check in on this 4th and 7, and Peyton Ringer will stand back around his 20-yard line. Weaver will get this punt away right around his 34. Lions lead it 14-0 here at the 6:27 mark. There's a high snap, wobbly kick that Ringer gathers in right at the 21-yard line, and that's where the Lions will set up. 1st and 10 with 6:19 to go on this second period clock.
Tell you what, it looks like it's homecoming tonight. Looks like we got a full crowd, Richard. Did they give you an attendance figure?
Not yet. We'll get that around the 3rd period.
Great crowd here at the Riverbank. In this new stadium, if you haven't been yet, the renovations look incredible. Richard even talked him into redoing the press box just for him. Looks great up here.
Well, I won't be here for long. I'll be retiring to. All right, shotgun set. 3 receivers to this near side, sort of a bunch set to Tyndall's left. He's got Perry flanking Smith Brooks in the wing. We're going to run it with Harris running wide, looking for some running room. He bursts across the 25, gets hit hard right around the 26.
Flag. We got a flag on this play. Is it coming back for holding?
I didn't think it was a hold.
Just based on where it was thrown by the...
It is a hold against the Lions from the 22. Morris slid across from his linebacker position and hit Harris right around the 26. It would have been a 5-yard pickup, but it's going to go for naught and move it all the way back to the 12-yard line. Will make it 1st and 19 for the Lions.
This first half is going just as Lovett could have hoped. You know Mike Muschamp would love to just, even if he didn't score here, run 4 minutes off the clock and move the chains a few times. Let's see if we can do it.
Lovett leads at 14-0. Clock moving, 6:06, 6:05 to go. Shotgun set. We fake it to Harris. Tyndall calls his own number, tries to spin up to the 15-yard line, and Drew Aspinwall is there yet again.
Got back about 4 yards there. Still a long ways to go on 2nd down. You wonder how many times we can run that same quarterback draw.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 16 after a pickup of 3. This time, Lions go shotgun. We put Wallace in motion. This near side, Tyndall's going to roll to this side, look for Wallace, look, and fire for Peyton Ringer, who they had. Aspinwall had good coverage on Ringer on this near side, and we had nobody open. The pass falls incomplete. I almost wish he kept it or turned it upfield.
Yeah, he probably had a few yards he could have gathered, but most importantly, he threw it to the sideline where nobody but his own man had a shot at that ball.
Stops the clock with 5:24 to go here in this 2nd period.
3rd and long.
And I don't see us throwing out of this set. Let's see. Shotgun set, we put Harris in motion. We hand it to him running wide, looking for us block, and he gets up to the 20, and he's going to go down right there.
He had some blockers, but that east-west running game takes so long to develop. It's tough to hold your block that long.
Kevin Sipe was there along with John Morris again. They're active linebackers. Brought him down after a 4-yard pickup, and the Lions will be forced to punt it away on 4th and 11. And let's see. That's Harrison. That is, in fact, Harrison Cook dropping back around his 45. High snap gathered in by Taylor, and a high, lazy kick that's going to bound at the 50. And, oh, gosh, Jackson Stewart couldn't get out of the way of it. It's going to be down right around the 45. We might have gotten another 5 or 10 yards out of that.
Yeah, it took a favorable Lovett bounce, and like you said, we probably got about 5 out of what could have been 10, 15 yards of roll before it inadvertently hit a Lovett player. Still a good kick. Like you said, a high snap. He did a nice job of jumping up and handling that snap.
So the Wolves have 4:40 to go here in the 2nd period, trailing at 14-0, but good field position at the Wesleyan 45-yard line, and they'll break the huddle and send 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. He's got Argalegos flanking him to his right. Ramsey takes it, runs a little bit of a zone read, and dives ahead for about 3, giving 4 up to the, we'll call it the 49. He got a good spot on that, sorry, I know.
Great job by the nose tackle, Greg Rogers, of grabbing that jersey and bringing that quarterback down. Otherwise, he had a few more yards he was going to get there.
So they're giving 4 to the 49, and this time Ramsey in no hurry sends 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. He puts Argalegos, flips him from his right now to his left this time. Ramsey puts a man in motion. That's Sipe. He tosses it to him, running wide to that far sideline, and we're going to gather him up. Pavlov is there along with Perry and Franklin Rodriguez. They all combined to drop him. That was an odd play to run in that situation.
And you wouldn't, the guy who ran the ball for Wesleyan looked like a big bruiser, strong guy. You wouldn't think you'd run him on a speed sweep like that. He looked like more of the type of guy to go straight up the middle. I'll tell you what, I like this sophomore, number 40, Franklin Rodriguez. He's a good player. And he did a nice job of pursuing it from the backside on that play.
So 3rd and 9, Wolves. Clock moves inside 3:20 to go here in this 2nd period. They go shotgun set on this 3rd and 9 from their own 46. Ramsey takes it. He's under some pressure. We slip trying to chase him down. Rogers is getting pressure, and that pass is going to go. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. I cannot believe that's interference. I thought Peyton Ringer was in better position for that.
Could it be on the offense?
That's got to be the only person it could be on. Ringer was coming down that far sideline step for step with Harrison Cook, and Cook goes over Ringer.
And it's not like Ringer wasn't playing the ball. He was watching the ball in the air.
Oh my goodness. Wow, our coaches are beside themselves. That is sorry, but that's just a terrible call. Ringer was step for step. They just floated that ball.
If anything, their wide receiver went over Ringer's back trying to break up an interception. Sure, there was some contact, but it wasn't Ringer's fault.
What a break for Wesleyan.
And George Pribish is fired up on the sideline.
Boy, that is a rough call. 1st and 10 Wesleyan at the Lovett 39 on that penalty play. Shotgun set. Ramsey takes it, fakes it, fires it out on that far sideline to Aspinwall, and he's going to go out of bounds right around the 34-yard line. He stepped out there and it stops the clock with 3 minutes to go. McCowan bumped him out there. They're going to give him the 34 officially, so it'll make it 2nd and a short 5. I'm sorry, but I shouldn't be complaining like that. But I mean, literally, I watched that play as soon as I knew where he was throwing it.
It was a late flag, too.
It was a late flag.
But
both kids were getting up.
I hope at least the players and the coaches can forget about it and focus on this stop.
2nd and 5 from the Lovett 34. He's going to hand it off to his single setback. That was George Beelan, and Beelan goes down in a heap right around the 32-yard line in the hands of Jake White. Just give him a yard to the 33. It'll make it third and about 3. And Wesleyan will call a timeout with 2:44 to go here.
Argalegos was on the field there, their star tailback, but he was not in his traditional spot in the backfield next to the quarterback, nor did he run the ball there. And he hadn't run the ball since he came up a little gimp on the last drive.
I wish I could look and peel back on our video streaming that pass interference, because literally to describe it for you, Ringer, the ball was floated. Everybody had a chance at it. And Ringer was making a play on the ball himself. Harrison Cook came around his back, put both arms on him like he was playing defense. And I think Cook was as surprised as anybody that it was pass interference, because he didn't get up acting like he had been interfered with.
Nor did the Wesleyan coaches. And it was a scenario in which the quarterback was scrambling and he was waving with his hand, just go deep, I'm going to throw it up, I'm going to throw it up. And he did.
So 3rd and 4 Wesleyan from the Lovett 33. Shotgun set, sort of a bunch set, 2 tight ends. And now they go power. They go to Argalegos, and he gets hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to go down in a heap right there. And I think Wesleyan may call a timeout here because they've got one left.
God, I thought they had us there. The Lions might have gotten a little fortunate that Argalegos cut that thing up. They, like you said, they had their power blocking formation in, and it looked like he had a bunch of room. But he cut back into the heart of the line.
Rodriguez, White, and Staten brought him down, but they'll go for it on this 4th and 3 from the Lovett 33. 3 wide out to the right, 2 to the left for Ramsey on this empty backfield. Now he puts Sipe in motion. He fakes it to him, throws it, complete, caught right around the 25-yard line, and they're still in business as he threw it behind his wide out. That was Harrison Cook, who reached back to come up with it. Carter and White brought him down at the 23, give him 10.
Nice catch by Cook there. Slant route, the ball was thrown behind him. That's a tough catch, and he brought it in well.
And just that little fake handoff froze our linebackers from being able to drop. Minute 55 to go here. 1st and 10 Wesleyan at the 23. Ramsey drops back. He's in some trouble. He throws it underneath, and it's picked off. The Russian Rob Pavlov picks it off at the Lovett 19-yard line, and the drive is thwarted.
His babushka must be going wild down there. Rob, what an interception.
Good pressure that time by Jake White and Greg Rogers, but Pavlov comes up with a pick.
Big interception to thwart the Wesleyan drive.
So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18 with a 14-0 lead and hopefully heading towards halftime. I don't think Coach Muschamp's going to try and dial anything fancy up here.
We're about to see some QB draws.
This time we go shotgun set. One receiver right, two receivers left. We run it to Harris, trying to come to this near side. He cuts back inside, and he's going to go down right around the 25, almost the 26.
Okay, Harris runs hard, doesn't he?
He does. Let me tell you, when he plants his foot and cuts up, he goes.
He runs hard. He doesn't shy away from the contact. He's fast, he's strong.
Aspinwall brings him down, but not before he picks up a big 8 yards for the Lions. Minute 21, minute 20 to go here in this second period. Tyndall changing his play. He's got two receivers right, two receivers left. Now he puts Harris in motion, calls his own number, finds a little bit of running room, gets up across the 30, going to get hit there and driven back.
64.
Morris along with, was that Sight that time?
That was a bunch of
Sight.
Wesleyan Wolves. Again, though, a nice little move to sidestep someone and get that first down.
So Stipe and Morris bring him down, and it'll bring up a 1st and 10 Lions at the 32 as we move inside a minute. Shotgun set, two receivers right, two receivers left. Tyndall's going to throw it complete on that far side to Chambers, and he goes down right around the 37-yard line.
God, nice throw and catch there, but I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either. It'll be 2nd and 5 Lions from the 37. Tyndall again throwing it. He's going to throw it complete. Oh, no. They said it was incomplete. I thought he had it.
I thought he caught it too. He must have dropped it with his
KJ Wallace right at the midfield stripe.
Nice.
I thought he had it, but they ruled it incomplete. Stops the clock with 34 seconds to go. I don't see the Lions trying to
throw it again. I didn't see the Lions throwing it on the last two plays. Obviously, Muschamp saw something he liked and decided he was going for some more points there. Nice throw by Tyndall.
So shotgun set with 34 seconds to go. Lions face 3rd and 5. We've got to get to the 42. Ball's resting right on the 37. Shotgun set with two receivers to this near side. He looks underneath, throws it complete to Wallace, and he gets dropped right at the line of scrimmage by Drew Aspinwall.
Guess who? Aspinwall in our backfield again. That kid's a player. He sniffed that out from the start. A little bubble inside screen, whatever you want to call it, to the wide receiver.
And why is the clock stopped? 16, 15, 14, 13.
Wesleyan's got a timeout, but they're not going to call it. Which is fine with us.
We're going to go to the half. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. And the Lions will head to the locker room.
They're a fired-up bunch down there. They're pumped about this 14-0 lead, and so is this crowd.
With a 14-0 lead.
On their feet down there. They're getting a standing O as they walk off.
So this big homecoming crowd is encouraging the Lions as we head to halftime. Hope you will stay tuned for our halftime show presented by First Landmark Bank, because we'll be back and visit with a special guest, Lovett class of 1997, John Edgar Spivey, the old number 5. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Lovett football on the internet on Mainstream Network.
Welcome to Lovett's 2015 homecoming game and halftime festivities. Lovett's homecoming celebration has included a parade, a variety show, a powder puff football game, and a pep rally. Many thanks to the Upper School Student Government Association for organizing homecoming, as well as many other activities throughout the school year. 8 graduating classes are holding reunions this weekend. Many members of those classes are here this evening. Having their 50th reunion is the class of 1965. Having their 45th reunion is the class of 1970. Having their 40th reunion is the class of 1975. Having their 35th reunion is the class of 1980. Having their 30th reunion is the class of 1985. Having their 25th reunion is the class of 1990. Having their 20th reunion is the class of 1995. Having their 15th reunion is the class of 2000. Having their 10th reunion is the class of 2005. And having their 5th reunion is the class of 2010. We are happy to have 3 of Lovett's homecoming queens from the reunion classes join us tonight. Please welcome, from the class of 2005, Miss Allison McWilliams. Allison is being escorted tonight by Mr. Chuck Melito, Upper School Assistant Principal for Operations. From the class of 2000, Miss Hallie Epperson. Escorted by Reverend Steve Allen, Lovett's chaplain. And last but not least, from the class of 1980, Miss Stacy Siddell Womack, who is being escorted by Mr. Billy Peebles, Lovett's headmaster. Please give these lovely ladies a round of applause. As part of the homecoming festivities, a court is selected representing the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade classes. Two girls and 2 boys are chosen by their peers to represent each class. And now, in alphabetical order. From the freshman class, we have Miss Madison Crenshaw, daughter of Sean and Elizabeth Crenshaw. Mr. Reed Edelstein, son of Bruce and Amy Brown Edelstein. Mr. Schaefer Jackson, son of Hardy and Susie Jackson. Lastly, Miss Catherine Poindexter, daughter of John and Elizabeth Poindexter. Representing the sophomore class, we have Mr. Will Abdallah, son of Sam Abdallah and Whitney Troop. Mr. Jameel Atkinson, son of Warren and Lolita Atkinson. Miss Jenna Brown, daughter of Matthew and Sophie Brown. And Miss Ashley Wright, daughter of Tom and Wendy Wright. From the junior class, Miss Brianna Boardman, daughter of Paul Boardman and Holly Keelis. Mr. Quinn McCartney, son of Doug and Jenny McCartney. Mr. Charlie Paget, son of Joe and Mary Paget. And our last representative from the junior class, Miss Josephine Winborn, daughter of Robert and Lauren Winborn. The 12th grade class chooses 5 young ladies and 5 young men to represent the senior class. At this time, I would like to introduce the representatives from this year's senior class in alphabetical order. Not with us tonight is Mr. Freddie Achikar, son of Freddie and Evelyn Achikar. Freddie is a member of the varsity baseball team and serves as a peer assistant leader, better known as PAL. Freddie gives back by serving on the Student Service Board, Vestry, and is an Eagle Scout. Miss Corinne Culpepper. Corinne is the daughter of Knox and Mandy Culpepper. You may have seen Corinne earlier tonight, singing the national anthem with the Lovett Singers. She also sings with the a cappella group Melodic Blue and stars in several of Lovett's musicals and plays. On top of all that, she is one of the co-presidents of the Gender Equality Club. Miss Dominique David. Dominique is the daughter of Vern and April David. She is very active in the arts, both theater and dance, and is the president of Lovett's dance and step team Move Something. She shares her passions with younger students, being a mentor for both Girls Group and PAL. Mr. Nicholas Foster. Nicholas is the son of Brad and Marie Foster. As a recipient of the Cam Street Citizenship Award, Nicholas cares about others and shows it through his involvement in the Student Service Board. Being an active member of the community goes beyond service for Nicholas. He is a varsity wrestler and has been named Northside Neighbor Athlete of the Week in the past. Miss Grace Jackson. Grace is the daughter of Hardy and Susie Jackson. During the spring, you can see Grace competing as one of our leaders on the varsity soccer team, and she is committed to play soccer at Vanderbilt University next year. Grace not only excels in athletics, but she is in the National Honor Society and one of the vestry leaders. Miss Annie Mayfield. Annie is the daughter of Scott and Beth Mayfield. Another 4-year Lovett varsity athlete, Annie is committed to play tennis at Wofford. Mr. Evan Mercer. Evan is the son of Todd and Claire Mercer. As the student government president, Evan has had to lead a rowdy group of 650 Lovett students. When he is not in front of the community on Monday mornings, he is drumming for the Ellington Jazz Band or practicing pole vaulting in order to try to beat the school record, which he currently holds. Mr. Gray Morgan. Gray is the son of John and Kim Morgan. Gray is a well-rounded member of the community, having been on the scholars list since 9th grade, having played varsity soccer since 10th grade, and he has been the recipient of the Jordan Lowell Williams Citizenship Award. All of these contributed to him being awarded the A. Thornton Kennedy Scholarship. Mr. Aaron Shunk. Aaron is the son of Eric Shunk and Sandra Switzer. As a member of both the varsity baseball team for the past 4 years, Aaron knows how to compete and has committed to play baseball for the University of Georgia. Aaron is a true student athlete and has won both a book award and the Clara Traber Scholarship. Miss Caitlin Scott. Caitlin is the daughter of Lindsay and Talia Scott. Caitlin loves to help others. She is a member of the National Honor Society and a PAL. She shares her talents not only with Lovett, but the community around her by being a member of the 21st Century Leaders Teen Advisory Board and a member of Studio Atlanta Dance Company. Also joining us tonight from her first year at Southern Methodist University is last year's homecoming queen, Miss Gracie Letter. Tonight, Gracie is being escorted by Mr. Dan Alick, principal of the upper school. They are here to help us crown this year's new king and queen. And now, Lovett's homecoming king for 2015 is Evan Mercer. Lovett's homecoming queen for 2015 is Grace Jackson. Thanks to everyone who helped make this year's homecoming a huge success. And a special thank you to all the alumni who are here this weekend.
This is a nice play.
because the Lions,
We got some fireworks.
fireworks going off across the river right now. That'll get folks fired up.
Yeah, someone over in Coach East is putting on a show for the crowd.
They really are. I'm impressed.
And the players are loving it.
That was good timing. They must be listening to the broadcast.
They must be. I see a lot of people down there with the earphones in. Would you say 25% of the crowd listens to the radio broadcast? Bunch of Archie Mannings down there?
There are a lot of Archie Mannings down there.
That's up from years past.
Well, it's nice that you can listen on your cell phone. That's the best thing about it.
Uh-huh.
So heading into the second half, we've bottled them up a great deal running the ball. Are they going to have to go to the air a little bit?
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know that their running back, number 19, I want to call him Archipelago.
Argallegos.
I don't know that he's run the ball since that horse collar tackle where he came up limping. He's been out there, but I hadn't seen him run it. And while the quarterbacks made some throws, it doesn't look like they are built to throw the ball. Even if they line up with 5 receivers, they want to run it up the middle.
Well, we're going to head to the second half. Thanks to First Landmark Bank for bringing you our halftime, and for John Edgar Spivey, Lovett class of 97, a very commendable class here at Lovett, for joining us here at halftime. Cole McGowan will tee it up. We expect him to boot it short, and McGowan approaches it, and he's going to kick it deep. It's going to drive Argallegos back inside the 5. He's going to run to his left, try and find some running room. We're having to give chase. He's going to get up near the 30 and have some room across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line. Nice return by Argallegos of about 29 yards. Cole Taylor was there to drop him, but that little seam he got.
That may be the first and last time we kick it deep. We've obviously done the pooch kick in the first half, and our kicker's got a big leg, but that return man's pretty dangerous.
So Jackson Stewart brought him down, and it'll be 1st and 10 Wesleyan at their own 32, moving towards that north end zone. He puts a man in motion to this near side. Ramsey rolls under some pressure. He's going down. Ian Herbert sliced in from his defensive end position and dropped him back at the 24. It's an 8-yard loss. It'll make it 2nd and 18.
I believe you'd call that a coverage sack, Richard. There was nobody open. The truth is he should have just thrown it away, but Ian got in there and surprised him and took his legs out. Ian probably gives 50 pounds to that quarterback, even though he's a D end.
So 2nd and 18, Wesleyan. They've got to get to the Lovett 42, across the 42 for a first down. So they have the ball resting right on the 24. Shotgun set for Ramsey. Puts a man in motion. He's going to fire it out wide. Complete. They're all everything. Wide out. And defensive back, number 4, Jordan Mack. And he goes down up across the 35, up near the 37, 38-yard line. Staten was there for the Lions, along with K.J. Wallace.
We had some Lions that didn't want any part of Mack there when he had a head of steam.
So it's 3rd and 4. They again put Mack in motion. They're going to try and roll this side. He pushes it across the 45 to Cook, and Cook gets up near the midfield stripe. It'll be enough for a Wesleyan first down.
We had some soft coverage there. It'll be interesting to see. It looks like Wesleyan's made some adjustments and has a new game plan here in the second half. It'll be interesting to see how our defense adjusts.
Evan McCown and Charlie Chambers brought down Cook, but not before he picked up 12 and a Wesleyan first down. They're right at the midfield stripe. Again, Mack in motion. They're going to give it off to Argallegos, and we drop him right at the 50 as he had no running room. He was hit first by John Staten, and Rogers finished him off for the Lions. It'll break it 2nd and 10. Lions lead at 14-0 here with 10 minutes to go in this third period.
Nice play by the big nose tackle, Greg Rogers.
2nd and 10 Wesleyan at the midfield stripe. He puts Mack in motion again across the formation, rolls towards that side, pushes it complete to Cook. He eludes one man and goes spinning out right around the 41-yard line. We couldn't hem him in.
Yeah, we had a shot at him. He made a few guys miss and skirted up the sideline for 5 more yards.
K.J. Wallace brought him down. It'll make it 3rd and 1 at the 41. Let's see what the Wolves do out of this formation. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Again, he puts Mack in motion to this near side.
Hard count. We didn't jump. They wanted us to jump.
And Wesleyan's going to burn a timeout. So 3rd and 1, and Wesleyan calls a timeout. It stops the clock with 9:45 to go here in this 3rd period. I want to mention that our Lovett parent organizations welcome your interest and want to hear from you now as they get ready for next year. So please consider offering your time, talents, and treasure. We believe that parent involvement makes all the difference to our school community, and we want to encourage you to join in on the fun. Go to lovett.org to learn more details on how to get involved. So many things Lovett has going on. Friends of the Arts, linebackers, Lovett International Community. There's something for everybody. John Edgar's heading out now. I think he's had all the time he can in the. He's signing up autographs in the press box.
Thanks again, guys.
So Wesleyan's going to go with his power eye set. Ramsey goes under center. They're going to hand it to the up back, and he's going to get hit hard by Sam Perry right at the 41. They handed it off to their up back. That was Adam Moon, and he went down in a heap right at the 41. Let's see.
Big play by the veteran Sam Perry.
And Sam Perry, who's no bigger than maybe 160 pounds.
But you knew Sam Perry was a player when, as a sophomore on the state championship team, he was out there every snap, both on offense and defense.
So the Wolves are going to go for it on this 4th and 1 from the Lovett 41 as they were stoned on 3rd down. Ramsey has 2 receivers. Now he puts Mack in motion to this near side. He's going to look towards Mack, try and find some running room. He's going to go down for a loss. He's sacked right around the 42-yard line. Ian Herbert, along with Franklin Rodriguez, dropping.
It looks just like what Lovett likes to do. He faked a bubble screen. He pump faked out there, and then he tried to do a quarterback draw back to the other side. Didn't work. He isn't quite as fleet of foot as
Brady Tyndall. You're absolutely right. By the way, you checked in to see if your dad's asleep yet?
Apparently Dad's awake. Apparently Missy, Steve, the whole gang's awake up there, but the clock's ticking.
1st and 10 lines from the 42 out of the shotgun. Tyndall's going to throw it deep to Wallace, who comes up with a great catch right around the 35-yard line. K.J. Wallace extended himself, dove and caught it. A big 1st down for the Lions in Wesleyan territory.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here, Richard. That is the best-looking freshman wide receiver Lovett has ever had. And if he keeps it up, it's going to be the best wide receiver we've ever had.
Harrison Cook and Jordan Mack were in on the coverage, but they couldn't thwart the lines. Shotgun set. We put Harris in motion. Tyndall's going to roll to his right. Look. He's going to throw it out of bounds. Jackson was about the only line near it. I think if Tyndall had had a little bit more angle, he might have been able to turn up and throw it to Jackson, but pass ball's incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down. Good coverage that time by the Wolves. Pressure that time applied by Ryan Wee.
And a smart play to get rid of it. He would have taken a 5-yard sack there, so I'm glad he did get rid of it.
Clock stops with 8:36 to go here in this 3rd period. The line with a 14-0 lead. On this 2nd down play, we go pump fake, and Tyndall's going to go down right around the 40-yard line. They didn't bite on it with Ringer, and I think Brady thought Tyndall might break it earlier. That Ringer might break it
and
earlier.
they did a little hitch and go, if you will. They didn't bite on the hitch, and the deep route was not there.
Big Ryan Hughes, one of their defensive linemen, who is a load, brought down Tyndall. That play lost 6 yards. Back to the 39-yard line, giving 5 officially to make it 3rd and 15. Shotgun set, 3 receivers to the right. Tyndall's going to look, throw, complete to Nick Jackson on a great catch inside the 20-yard line. Another freshman comes up with a big play for the Lions as Jordan Mack knocks him off his feet down to the 18-yard line.
What a catch. In traffic, he threw that right
Shielded.
up the seam. I mean, he looked like Dallas Clark or something, running straight up the seam, pulled that in. What a catch by a freshman. Another good-looking physical freshman.
Shotgun set for the Lions. We put Harris in motion. We're going to run the sweep to Wallace. He's going to try and find some running room. He can't find any. I think they're going to get us for a block in the back.
Yeah, we got a block in the back, hold whatever that is that's coming back. There was a Wesleyan...
We had no running room for K.J. Wallace trying to run the reverse back to the right side.
And there was a Wesleyan defender in our backfield, and 2 of our guys kind of sandwiched him. I don't know if it's going to be called a hold, a block in the back, what it is, but The refs did not like the way we took him down.
Cole Mannion along with John Morris, whose name we've called a ton tonight, along with Drew Aspinwall, were in on that tackling.
I tell you what, that catch by Nick Jackson, the freshman tight end, up the seam in traffic to go up and get that ball and hang on while he's being hit, was very impressive.
So it stops the clock with 7:39 to go. That was a hold as opposed to a block in the back. And they threw the flag around the 24, so it moves it all the way back to the 34. Lions have to get inside the 10 down to the 8 for a first down. Tyndall takes it, going to try and run it wide to Harris. He cuts back inside, spins inside the 30 down to about the 29-yard line, goes Jay Harris. It'll make it second and about 20.
You're going to have to educate me, Richard. In high school football, the hold is a spot foul, it's not just a 10-yarder?
It's a spot foul.
So that we just lost kind of 15, 16 yards on that hold?
Right.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
So 2nd and 21 officially for the Lions, and we're going to go pistol set this time with one receiver to this near side. And now we're going to change the play as we stay in the pistol. We stay shotgun. Tyndall takes it, fakes it to Harris, looks, throws it underneath, and caught by Smith Brooks, and he's going to fight ahead down to about the 20 in the arms of Kevin Stipe.
Again, a nice job by Brady Tyndall of checking down there. Whether he's thrown it out of bounds or checked down, he hadn't made too many bad decisions.
So it'll be marked down to the 21. The Lions will have it 3rd and about 13. So from 2nd and 21 to 3rd and 13, it may be a little bit more manageable. I'm sure we'd like to try and pick up another 8 or 9 yards if we can't pick up a first down somehow. And I'll be surprised if maybe we don't try and call a timeout and look and see how they line up.
Because the clock's ticking. The
shotgun set. 2 receivers left. Here comes the blitz. Tyndall looks. He's in trouble. He's going to run to this near side, try and keep it himself.
Throw it.
And just throw it out of bounds as he got hammered right around the 32-yard line. I'll give him credit. He tried to maneuver to try and find an open man. Lots of pressure applied that time by the Wolves as they had Tanner Moore back there along with big Ryan Hughes applying pressure.
So here comes the field goal attempt. I've been watching the field goal kicker in warm-ups and even on his extra points. He's got a nice leg. I think this is within his range.
It's certainly within his range. So Tyndall will put the tee down right around the 28. It'll be a 38-yard attempt out of the hole of Brady Tyndall. There's the snap, and McGowan's kick looks true. Oh, no. Wow. They said it was no good. Gosh, I thought that thing was dead through the middle from the angle we had.
It must have been
wide
left.
Because, I mean,
what a good-looking kick.
It was, the reason I say it is that
I thought so too.
It looked as if whoever was catching it was dead behind the goalpost.
Yeah, on top of that drain.
Well, exactly. It was well into the end zone.
It must have been left, but he had 15 yards left in that kick.
So Wesleyan holds and takes over with 5:44 to go here in this third period from their own 20 on the touchback. Ramsey, he's in some trouble, and Herbert's going to pull him down right around the 12-yard line. He couldn't evade Ian Herbert, who just stayed on him and stayed on him.
This Wesleyan quarterback's a good-looking athlete, but he's not a scrambler.
That play loses 8 back to the 12. It'll make it 2nd and 18. So Wesleyan goes 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left this time, and Ramsey gives it off to Argalegos, and we're going to drop him after about a 5-yard pickup across the 15. Jake White slid over and hemmed him in at the 17. It'll make it 3rd and 13.
I don't think these Wesleyan Wolves want to get into a situation where they're throwing out of the shotgun. They may spread you out all game. They may be in the shotgun all game. But make no mistake about it, they want to run it up the middle.
So this time they go empty backfield, 2 receivers left, 3 receivers right on this 3rd down play. Ramsey in some trouble. He's going down. I mean, slicing in there was Jake White, and he dropped him back around the 12-yard line. White. No, I think that was Jake.
I saw 6.
That was Jake White. Herbert finished off, but that was White who just blew in there.
Great defensive series right there. I mean, it seems like just a second ago we had the ball and we've already backed them up to a 4th and 20 or whatever it is.
So Jordan Weaver will have to drop into his end zone to kick it away. He'll get this punt away just maybe across his goal line. Peyton Ringer standing deep for the Lions, and he's going to watch a line drive kick that's going to bound across midfield, across the 45, and be down right around the 44-yard line. Wise play by Peyton to just let it die there, and the Lions will take over.
Still great field position. No reason to touch that
Oh,
ball.
it was touched. The ball was touched at the 41
by a Wesleyan player.
by a Wesleyan player. How interesting. I saw Brady Tyndall start heading towards the beanbag. So Lions catch a break. That was really wise on Peyton's part to completely avoid the ball.
I didn't see it.
So 3:52 to go here in this third period. Lions lead at 14-0. Have great field position at the Wesleyan 41. Tyndall takes it, swings it out to Wallace. He catches it in the Lions backfield, and Jordan Mack's going to drop him deep, right around the 46-yard line. And Mack celebrates his tackle for a loss.
What a great matchup that is between a senior stud in Jordan Mack and a freshman stud in KJ Wallace.
That play lost 3 back to the 44. I think we're trying to spread them out a little bit by trying to find the edges. That pass was a little high and hard to handle, and KJ had to go up and really gather it in. He didn't have much running room to start with. 2nd and 13 Lions from the 44. Tyndall's going to call his own number. He's going to dive ahead right around to about the 41-yard line. He ran into the arms of Cole Mannion and gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and the Lions will have it 3rd and 10. Clock continues to move. 2:54, 2:53 here in this third period. Lions leading at 14-0 against the number 3 weighted Wesleyan Wolves here on the Riverbank at homecoming 2015 for the Lions.
We'll see if the Lions are going to get a little conservative in this game or if they're going to try and keep the pressure on with a long 3rd and 11.
So just a 3-man front as this shotgun set. Tyndall's going to keep it, get inside the 40, still on his feet, inside the 30, driving ahead down inside the 25-yard line goes Brady Tyndall. There's a little bit of fisticuffs going there. Did you see John Morris?
We got a flag.
John Morris sort of drove
Brady Tyndall.
Brady Tyndall. I was going to say Wesley Logan drove Brady's head into the ground.
And the refs called it, threw a flag, and I believe we're about to get a personal foul on the Wolves here.
Personal foul is the call against Wesley, and that'll move it down inside the 15.
What's funny is that Brady essentially ran him over, and he didn't like it. And so when he got another shot at him, he kind of made a late hit on him. That's a big penalty. Now we're inside the 15-yard line.
Down to the 12.
Brady doesn't mind a little contact down the field when he's running the ball.
His father didn't either. His father would run towards somebody instead of away. 1st and 10 Lions from the 12. Shotgun set, empty backfield. Now we put Harris in motion, fake it to him. Tyndall's going to look, find Brooks right around the 5-yard line. He dives ahead to about the 4.
Fullback slipped underneath there out into the flats. Tyndall found him.
Smith Brooks on a nice throw and catch, and the Lions are going to line up quickly.
It was a nice play design.
Kyle Rapp knocked him down right at the 5. Tyndall's going to take it, call his own number, go driving inside down to about the 2-yard line. Let's see. I think that's enough for Lovett. 1st down. It is.
Tell you what, as this game is going on, the Lovett O-line seems to be gaining confidence and strength as opposed to in the first quarter. That guard for Lovett is really is pulling and opening up some nice holes.
So 1st and goal Lions from the 1. Tyndall takes it, looks, and he just goes untouched into the end zone. Lions go up 20-0, 1:33 to go here in this third period.
The senior, number 51, Hamp Dykes, continues on all these quarterback draws to pull and seal the Wesleyan defensive end, and he's doing a great job. The senior captain, Hamp Dykes.
So Cole McGowan will come on to attempt this extra point out of the hole of Brady Tyndall.
And just like that, the Lions take a 21-point lead on the number 3 ranked Wesleyan Wolves. Things are going well for the Lions tonight on the riverbank, on homecoming. And this team and this crowd is fired up. We got a little standing ovation going on here. The Ruth Chris drive recap consisted of 6 plays, 41 yards, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Lions quickly took advantage of that great field position they had there and punched it in for a 3-touchdown lead. And so Wesleyan, as we were discussing earlier, if I'm the Wesleyan Wolves, the last thing I want to do is rely on this passing game. I would have hoped, if I'm Wesleyan, that you could stay disciplined, keep running the ball, keep running the ball, keep running the ball. But here they are, down 21. We're kind of taking them out of what they want to do. It's going to be interesting to see if they abandon the run here and strictly rely on the passing game, which is not going to be a great idea, I wouldn't think, based on what we've seen so far.
So McGowan will tee it up right at the 40-yard line on this near hash mark. And let's see if he tries to find a little seam this time. He pooches it short where Stipe takes it at the 32. Up across the 35, he's going to get wrestled down right around the 43-yard line. So a nice return.
Yeah, with this lead, I don't see any reason why Lovett's going to kick it deep, especially after what Jordan Archelagas did on his last kick return.
Elliott Layson was in on that tackle for the Lions, but it was a nice return by Stipe of 10 yards up to the 44, and that's where Wesleyan will set up. 1st and 10, trailing at 21-0 with 1:27 to go here in this third period. Ramsey puts Archelagas flanking him to his left, hands it off to Archelagas, and he runs into a host of Lions, led first there, right at the line of scrimmage, by Drayton Foster, the outstanding sophomore for the Lions. Perry and Herbert were there to finish him off.
Perry was in there too, as you just said, with a great hit.
Play picks up 1. It'll make it 2nd and 9. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right for Ramsey. Empty backfield. He's going to throw it out wide. It's going to go incomplete off the hands of Wiley West, on that far sideline.
That was a blessing, Richard. That was a
set up well.
That was set up well. They had 5 O linemen running over there on the screen pass to block for him. Thankfully, he did not hang on.
So makes it 3rd and 9 from the 45. Freezes the clock at 55 seconds to go here in this third period, and this time they'll put Archelagas flanking Ramsey to his left, but he drops back out of the shotgun, throws it complete over the middle, caught right around the 40-yard line. That was to Harrison Cook, and it'll be enough for a Wesleyan first down.
He fitted in there nicely, just over the hands of John Staten.
Charlie Chambers brought him down.
And underneath the coverage of old Charlie Chambers, who closed well, but that was a good throw.
So Wesleyan has it 1st and 10 at the Lovett 41. They'll go 3 receivers now, put Archelagas in motion to this near side and stop him right next to Ramsey. He's going to look underneath, and Ramsey's going to try and throw it deep down that far sideline. And step for step was Evan McCown with Josh Gerard, and that pass fell incomplete. I don't know if anybody could have caught it in the field of play. I think it was just a little outside the near sideline marker.
Great coverage by the sophomore, Evan McGowan. He was with him step for step. And, surprisingly, we haven't seen Josh Gerard much this game. He's a pretty talented receiver that we hadn't really seen much of.
So this 2nd and 10 from the 41. Ramsey's going to quickly throw it to this near side, and we're going to gather in Howard. Was that Harrison Cook, this near side?
18, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Harrison Cook. It was hard to tell if it was 18 or 19, but it was Harrison Cook. And he was brought down by Charlie Chambers right at the 32. It play is going to pick up 9 and make it 3rd and a long 1 for the Wolves. They go shotgun set again out of this no huddle. And Ramsey's going to take it quickly, throw it complete to Cook. Chambers is going to try and drag him down right inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line. And that's going to do it for this third period. As we're going to head to the last 12 minutes, the Lions lead at 21-0 here as we head towards the fourth period. And we take a deep breath and hope and pray that we can maybe hold them out and take over the football, or at least at worst force a field goal.
I'm surprised the Lions were in the soft coverage they were in there. We gave him a lot of room to run that slant route, and he did it, and they threw it well, and it was a relatively easy pickup for the Wesleyan offense. And, you know, I misspoke earlier. Who's not out there, and I don't know the background story here, for Wesleyan is Tucker Cannon,
Right.
number 23, who is apparently their best wide receiver and is hauled in a lot of passes this year for the Wolves, but I don't know that we've seen him all night, which I'm sure the Wesleyan fans would tell you he's missed.
By the way, we want to mention that our Alumni Spotlight segment shines on a member of the class of 1978 for the Lions. That's Liza Whelan, who is a very accomplished author, lives in North Carolina, widely published, and we're fortunate to count her among the Lovett Navy Blue and Columbia Blue. So congratulations, Liza Whelan. The Alumni Spotlight shines on you. We're headed to the fourth quarter, clinging to a 21-0 lead, but Wesleyan has it first and 10 at the Lovett 24, heading towards that south end zone. Ramsey's going to take it, float it high to Argalagos. We're going to try and grab him around the 20 and spin him down around the 15. Nice throw and catch. He floated it to Argalagos, and he got away from one man, and we finally pulled him down around the 15. Herbert, along with Pavlov and K.J. Wallace. 2nd and 1, Ramsey again in the shotgun, going to roll to his right, looking for a man. He's under some pressure. He's going to throw it high into the end zone and broken up in the end zone by John Staten. I think if Staten had made, is there a flag down, or is that, no, that's just, sorry, that's just a power that flipped over.
Good coverage. He was with him the whole time. This quarterback likes to scramble and direct his wide receivers with his hands. And so we sent him again. He said, go to the corner, go to the corner. But Staten stayed with him the whole time.
So 3rd and 1, Wesleyan. They'll go shotgun set. Ramsey looks. He's going to float it out complete to Argalagos. He's going to cut inside the 10 and get hit hard by Staten and go down right around the 5-yard line. They're going to get him all the way into the 4.
Staten took him off his feet, but not before he picked up 15 yards. We got a Wesleyan Wolf down, a lineman.
Their big offensive lineman and defensive lineman, Ryan Hughes, who goes both ways, one of their big seniors. He gets up and hobbles off. I think he's got an ankle problem.
Yeah, the trainers are assisting him as he hobbles off. Making good time, though. You got to give it to him.
Stops the clock with 11:18 to go, but in this fourth period, Lovett leads at 21-0, but knocking on the door of the Wolves with 1st and goal from the Lovett 4. So let's see what Ramsey tries to dial up here.
That was their starting left tackle. We got a replacement left tackle in.
So shotgun set for Ramsey. High snap. He fumbles it, has to dive on it around the 5, and he gets back on it. That was fortunate for Wesleyan, but also fortunate for the Lions.
Yeah, he never had that ball. It was high.
And he looked, instead of securing it, he looked downfield before actually securing. He tried to put just one hand up.
Yeah, Ramsey did his best, but that was a tough one to handle.
So shotgun set, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left on this 2nd and goal. He's going to fake it to Argalagos, and Ramsey's going to fight ahead, and he's going to go in for a score with 10:34 to go here in this 4th period. He just bruised his way in to score, and Wesleyan gets on the board. It's 21-6 Lions pending this extra point.
That's about the first time all night we've seen the Wesleyan O-line kind of have its way in terms of a power football situation. They got the
stop
Argalagos. Yeah, they got the best of us there on the. We were fooled when he pulled that ball and kept it.
So Jordan Weaver to attempt the extra point. There's a good snap, and Weaver boots it through. Your new score, Lovett 21, Wesleyan 7, 10:34 to go here in this 4th period. That was Drew Aspinwall on the hole. Good Lord, what else doesn't he do?
That extra point was good from about 50 yards as well.
126 and then 127.
Well, a nice drive for the Wolves there. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Wesleyan.
So your Ruth Chris scoring drive recap.
On the drive, Wesleyan 11 plays, 56 yards, took up 3 minutes and 53 seconds off the clock, leaving us with 10.5 minutes to go here in the 4th. They will kick it deep. It's not time for onside kicks or anything like that, and it's going to come down to can the Lovett offense move the chains, run some clock, and perhaps even put some more points on the board. we'd be happy to trade punts and play a field position game the rest of the way, but we're gonna have to get some yards. First kick return since the opening kick.
So Weaver tees it up on this near hash, or right at the maybe 3 steps in from the near hash. There's the 2 to the whistle, and he's going to boot it deep, and I think McCready will just watch this bound out of the end zone. The Lions will set up 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Nice kick.
Kind of a key drive here, because you'd love to burn about 5 or 6 minutes off this clock. And let's see what the Wolves do. You know, that's going to make a difference for them. They're going to have to replace Ryan Hughes on the defensive front, too.
Right. When we're certainly going to test him, we're going to run the ball here. You got to think. Well, just when I say that, I bet Muschamp starts throwing it.
So pistol set for the Lions. Harris takes it, looks to this far side, gets up across the 20, up near the 25-yard line, getting 5 on that. Tough running by Jay as he went from his right to his left.
Great cut upfield.
Aspinwall looks to be injured. That could be devastating for the Wolves because he has been everywhere tonight.
That would be a big loss. He is their Mark of the Stunner Young, if you will. He is all over the place.
Jordan Mack and Aspinwall were in on that tackle, and Aspinwall is slowly making his way with some help towards that far sideline.
This Jay Harris is such an impressive runner, though. Even there, he put his foot in the ground, turned upfield, sliced through 2 Wesleyan defenders to pick up. It looked like he could lose. Play looked like he could lose 2 or 3 yards and picked up 5 or 6 key yards, make it a manageable 2nd down.
Third quarter score: Pace leads Hateful Charter 17-7. Also, third quarter score: Best Academy leads Kip 12-7. Those are both region games here. Surprisingly, Coosa only leads Dade, or it's tied with Dade now, 7-7. Again, Lions go with Harris, who spins away from somebody, tries to cut it back upfield, spins and gets across the 30. He was stopped at the 25, drugged backwards, and then spun away and gets up across the 30 to pick up a Lovett 1st down.
What a run, and that's one of those runs that just kind of crushes the spirit of the defense. The crowd, the Lovett crowd's now on their feet clapping. I mean, he should have been stopped for a 2-yard gain. He should have been stopped for a 3-yard loss, and then all of a sudden he burst through again for a huge 1st down pickup.
Trip Copenhaver brought him down, but not before he picked up 6 and a big Lovett 1st down. Clock's inside, 9:30 to go right now in this 4th period. Lions lead it 21-7 here against the number 3 rated Wesleyan Wolves. Pistol set, we run with Harris, and he gets dropped in the backfield last time as they sent their big nose tackle, James Williams, and he sniffed that out very easily and dropped Jay for about a 2-yard loss. Almost a 3-yard loss back to the 28-yard line.
They were all over us on that one. Jay could only do so much.
So shotgun set, pistol set. This time on this 2nd and 13. We've got to get to the 41 for a 1st down. Ball rests right on the 28. Pistol set. Tyndall takes it, hands it off to Harris, and he maybe gets back to the 30. He picks up 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Lions. Clock's inside, 8:40 to go right now in this 4th period. Again, and on that tackle was big John Morris for the Wolves.
Does Muschamp go to the air here, or does he keep it on the ground and run some more clock? On this long 3rd and 11.
Well, we go pistol set, 2 receivers to this near side. Tyndall's going to roll to this side. He's under some pressure, and he's going to have to throw it away as he was under pressure that time by Tanner Moore.
And there's nobody open on that one. He did the right thing by throwing that away.
Stops the clock with 8:14 to go, and the Lions will have to punt it away as they only pick up 1 1st down on that drive. And let's see what the Lions can do out of this punt with Taylor dropping back inside his 20, right at about the 15. He'll get this punt away about his 18. Deep is Harrison Cook, standing right around his 40 for the Wolves. Let's see a little howitzer, Cole. Here's a wobbly kick that's going to bound across the 50.
Great
Down
bounce.
inside the 40, down inside the 30. Going to still roll and go down right around the 20-yard line. A 51-yard punt for Cole Taylor, just what the doctor ordered.
That was a great kick. He kicked it away from the return man, and he got the great bounce. And he, when I say he kicked it away, their returner never had a shot to even get over near it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Wesleyan from their own 20, trailing at 21-7. They've got 8 minutes on this clock in this fourth period. Shotgun set for Ramsey. He's going to hand it off to Argalagos. He tries to cut back and gets up across the 25, up near the 26-yard line. Give him 6 on that.
He had some room. I think we were lucky to keep that to a 6-yard gain.
Rogers brought him down. That'll make it 2nd and 4 Wolves at their own 26. Empty backfield this time for Ramsey. He takes it, looks out on that far side, and that pass is incomplete as we closed on it quickly. Was that Pavlov? What's the flag
we got a
for?
flag
Gosh,
on the field.
that was late.
And it was thrown in an odd... They're saying it's on Wesleyan, but I don't know what it would be.
Unless somebody was blocking downfield.
Really?
But the ball was behind the line of scrimmage. Personal foul is the call against Wesleyan.
Whatever it was, the Lovett players knew from the start when that flag was thrown. I think, based on where it was thrown, it must have been a kind of a late hit based on a wide receiver or a lineman blocking one of our DBs well after the ball had hit the ground. Boy, he threw that, Rob the Russian Pavlov laid that wide receiver out. He threw it into coverage, and Rob made him pay for that one.
That was Cole Mannion, who goes limping off. He was the one who Pavlov introduced himself to. So the penalty is going to move the ball back inside the 15 to between the 12 and 13. It'll make it 3rd and 17. It should be 2nd and 17. Ramsey's going to drop. He's into some pressure. He's going to go down right at the 5-yard line. John Staten off a blitz.
Off the corner. Staten was not to be denied. He came off the corner like a missile there.
Now wait a minute. Was that dead ball that time?
That was
So it is 4th down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It is 4th down.
They lost a down with the personal foul.
I did not notice the dead ball signal.
Well, that's all right, Richard. You're learning.
I'm old.
You're learning.
So Jordan Weaver will stand right in the shadow of his goalpost. Wesleyan will have to hustle out a couple of players to line up an 11 to kick it away.
Ooh,
that was Aspinwall they brought out,
this.
and they're going to have to call a timeout. Kevin Stipe's going to have to call a timeout for the Wolves.
That ain't good when the player you're rushing out is your long snapper.
Right.
He's an important part of the punt team.
So with 6:44 to go, the clock stops, and Wesleyan will face 4th and 25 from their own 5-yard line, and the Lions will hope to get good field position out of this punt.
I'll tell you what's come a long way in the last few years is the play clocks in high school football. They were, it used to be an imaginary number kept by the refs. Now you can see these play clocks. Lovett's got these kind of towers that show you a play clock on the field. I'll tell you what, it's like real football over here.
By the way, I think your Raven County fellas are putting a hurting. Last score I saw was 36-3, I think.
The Wildcats are taking it to Washington Wilkes. 36 to, like you said.
I think it was 36-3. I was looking for a Gainesville score, and you know why.
Because the 2-time Spotter of the Year, Mary Jarakitis, is a red elephant.
That's right.
Defending AA Spotter of the Year.
So Jordan Weaver will punt it away, and he gets away a high kick that chases Ringer to the 40. Coming trying to this near side, looking for some running room. He slices inside and gets about a 3-yard return to the 37. I wish Peyton had just taken it and just cut it straight up the field.
He looks to be the type of athlete that's capable of doing that. He looked so fast getting over there to catch that ball.
That Asa Candler kind of speed.
And he wears number 1 like Asa.
I was thinking the same thing.
He's like a mix of Asa Candler and Roscoe Parrish, all melted into one.
So 1st and 10 lines with good field position. They give him the 38. So 1st and 10 lines from the Wesleyan 38, leading at 21-7 with 6:30 to go here in this fourth period. Tyndall takes it, hands it to Harris, running to his right, cuts back inside, still on his feet and goes down just shy of the 30-yard line. Give him 7 on that as Aspinwall comes off the deck to bring him down.
Look who's back on the field.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to keep him out for long.
That Drew Aspinwall's a football player. Big gain of 9 or 7, 8, 9 yards, whatever it was on first down.
They get 2nd and 2.5 for the Lions as Tyndall goes shotgun set. 2 receivers to his left, 1 receiver right is Ringer. He's got a wingman, Brooks, off that left side. He's going to hand it to Harris, he's going to burst inside and go across the 25 down to about the 23-yard line goes Jay Harris. He turns those shoulders up.
It's over. You don't want to get in front of him when he plants a foot in the ground. And guess who made the tackle on that one?
Drew Aspinwall.
And these poor Wolves, it looks like 8 or 9 of them must go both ways. They're starting to, the hands are on the hips, the Wolves are starting to look a little tired, and you can't blame them. And that's not when you want to start dealing with Jay Harris.
So 1st and 10 lines from the 23. Clock continues to move. 5:32, 5:31 to go here in this 4th period. Lions taking all the time they need because they can watch that play clock. Shotgun set. Tyndall takes it, finds a little hole, dives ahead, and he fumbled it. Tyndall fumbled it right around the 17-yard line, and I think they're going to mark him down. No, did somebody come up with it?
They're not.
It's going to be Lovett ball. I actually think what happened is I think the Lions recovered it. I think Elliott Layson got back on that ball
because he was standing up when he got that ball knocked out of his hands. He was in a lot of traffic and just somebody popped it out.
Boy, did the Lions catch a break on that with Layson.
We even picked up 5 yards on the fumble.
2nd and 4 Lions from the Wesleyan 17. We go now we go shotgun set. Harris flanks him. Low snap.
Oh, goodness.
And we try and dive on it back around the 24-yard line. I think we did get back on it, but boy, I wish Tyndall had not tried to hand that ball off. And Coach Muschamp is telling him, don't hand that off.
Yeah.
The snap was low.
Just eat it. As Richard said, the snap was low. He should have just taken a knee with it. At this point in the game, we just don't want to turn this ball over. That's 2 in a row. We've dodged a bullet, recovering our own fumbles.
Play loss 6 back to the 24. It'll make it 3rd and 11 Lions as the clock continues to move. We won't get a snap off until about the 3:45 mark, 3:46 mark. 3:55, 3:54. Tyndall goes shotgun set, has Harris flanking him to his right. He's going to fake it to him, call his own number, try and get inside the 20 down to around the 19-yard line. I'm surprised they won't call a timeout, and Coach Pridgeon does call a timeout for the Wolves. So that'll stop the clock with 3:41 to go. Stipe brought down Tyndall after about a 5-yard gain, almost 6.
We're going to get another look at the leg of Cole McGowan. The big leg of Cole McGowan.
Well, let's see. It'll be 4th and 6. You're facing a 36-yard field goal attempt from pretty much the middle of the field. At least if you just drive it towards that right upright, you can turn it inside from there. I mean,
those 3 points, turning this thing into a 3-score game with 3 minutes to go. I mean, that'd be about the game if he can make it. And the Wolves, who hadn't beaten Lovett in 5 tries, they got their work cut out for them if they're going to reverse that streak. McGowan, a kicker who, like a few of these players, has played 3 years now. Veteran kicker, played as a sophomore on the state championship team. He's gotten a little bigger since then.
So Tyndall will put the tee down right around the 26. It'll be a 36-yard attempt if good. McGowan's kick is up. And just wide left.
I thought that was good too. Wide left. It was another good-looking kick, just a foot or so outside the left upright.
So Wesleyan will take over at their 20 with 3:34 to go and no timeouts, trailing at 21-7. They've caught some breaks. Let's see if they can take advantage of them. Shotgun set for Ramsey. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. I don't think we're going to see much running of the ball right now. Ramsey takes it, fires it, but hit hard. Wallace unloads on
KJ
Harrison.
Wallace.
Cook right at the 32-yard line. There was no chance for Cook to gather that in. Some pressure applied by Herbert and Rogers again.
KJ had a chance. He kind of had an option. Do I lay this guy out or do I pick this ball off? Because it wasn't a great throw.
So it makes it 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. Stops the clock with 3:28 to go. Lovett leads it by 2 scores, 21-7 here on the Wolves. Shotgun set. Ramsey's going to roll to his right. Look. Throw it behind Jordan Mack, who can't come up with it. And pass falls incomplete. It'll stop the clock with 3:23 to go.
I hope Mike London and the Wahoo Wahs don't get their hands on that tape. An unfortunate drop for the Wolves. And I just got live information that Edens Davis is hugging his radio right now with his fingers crossed, pulling for the Lions.
So 3rd and 10, Wolves at their own 20. Ramsey takes it out of the shotgun, looks downfield, floats it complete up to the 30, up to the 31-yard line to Jordan Mack, and it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Wolves. It stops the clock with 3:17 to go. They're going to give him the 32 on that. It'll be a 12-yard pickup. Drayton Foster dropped him there.
Big pickup over the middle.
Again, shotgun set, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Ramsey. He looks, he throws it underneath to Cook. Cook's got 5, he's got 6, 10, up across the 40, up across the 45. He made a little cut step and got
big pickup on that
13-yard pickup.
Middle screen. They had him set up on both sides, a middle screen on both sides.
Chase Carter and Evan McCown brought him down, but not before he picks up 13 yards and a Wesleyan first down up to the 45. Clock's at 3:02 to go. They'll start it right now. At least he's supposed to. There you go. Shotgun set, 3 receivers on that wide right side, and that's where he's going to throw it. Complete to Argalegos. We keep him in the field of play and drive him down right at the 41-yard line. That clock will continue to run.
If they want to run that route, a little out route to the sideline, we'll let them do that all day.
Rodriguez, along with Charlie Chambers, brought him down to the 47-yard line. So this time, shotgun set, 3 receivers on this left side, which is where he's going to look. And that pass falls incomplete. That pass was behind Cole Mannion, and he couldn't gather it in. A little bubble screen again.
Another bubble screen, and the Lions have been fortunate. There's been some drop passes. Some of these receivers aren't necessarily doing Banks Ramsey a favor tonight.
Ian Herbert was applying some pressure. Ramsey's so tall that it's really kind of hard for any of our shorter defensive linemen, and we have quite a few short ones, couldn't get their hands on it.
Yep.
Stops the clock with 2:26 to go here, 4th period. This 3rd and 8, Ramsey's going to take it, drop straight back out of the shotgun, and he's going to get unloaded on. Unloaded on by Ian Herbert. Pass was bobbled up in the air by a couple of different lines. I think it was Charlie Chambers along with Evan McCown.
I mean, Herbert is listed at 162 pounds, which is a bit generous. He may be more like 148, but he is having his way with their offensive tackles.
He's very Jay Parrott looking.
Don't say Jay Healy, because then Jay will get a big head about it all and get too excited.
So 4th and 8, Wolves, low snap. Ramsey in trouble. He's going to have to throw it incomplete. That pass was incomplete. There's no way that pass was complete.
If that's complete, that's the catch of the year.
That is the catch of the year, and the Wolves are still in business at the Lovett 42. I don't see it. That ball went tumbling out of bounds after he caught it.
If he caught it and it's on the far sideline away from us, he must have tiptoed. He must have caught it and tiptoed in.
So first down, Wolves at the 42. Again,
There's
a
your
bubble
screen.
and
We had that
pass
one.
fell incomplete.
We had that one sniffed out whether he caught it or not.
Stops the clock with 2:08 to go. And I'm sorry, but there is no. That ball went tumbling out of bounds after he caught it.
Like I said, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It is way over there on the Wesleyan sideline. And if it was a good catch, he did a miraculous job of keeping his feet in and securing the ball, which I don't know how he did.
So 2nd and 10, Wolves at the Lovett 42. Lions lead at 21-7 here against the Wolves. They go shotgun set.
Flag.
He's going to float it over the middle. And having to play defense that time was Harrison Cook, as he had to just sort of slap it away from several lines who could have come down with it. Is there a flag on the play?
There's a flag. It was thrown before the ball was snapped.
Illegal shift is the call against Wesleyan.
We're going to decline it.
I would have to think we decline it. Yep.
How about this little Lion defensive front having its way with this big Wesleyan O-line in the backfield on every play, and
Jackson Stewart, Rodriguez, and he and Herbert back there every time.
And Ramsey is well aware of this trend, as he has got some serious happy feet and kind of throws it and ducks all at the same time.
3rd and 10 from the Lovett 42. Ramsey takes it, rolls to his left, looks, Fires on this near side and dancing out of bounds right around the 32-yard line. There's a flag on this near side. He found Cook.
Might be just the exact same thing.
It is. Illegal shift is the call against, and I think what's happening is that they are turning it upfield before the snap.
Yeah, the wide receiver who's in motion is jumping the gun essentially. Because it was thrown by the same line judge at the same time, just like the play before.
So we'll take that penalty. It'll move it back 5 yards and make it 3rd and 15 from the Wesleyan 47 and stop the clock with 1:56 to go. Wesleyan has no timeouts remaining, so they've got to be conscious of that. This time Ramsey goes 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. The wide side of the field is this near side. He's going to roll towards this side. Look, and throw it back on that far side to Stipe. He's inside the 30 down to about the 25 and going to get shoved down right around the 21-yard line. A nice throw and catches. He rolled this way and found Stipe all the way back across the field. They caught us in a man coverage where
we didn't get to the quarterback.
quarterback.
For the first time in a while, that quarterback had a lot of time. There was only so long we could cover those receivers. Nice gain for the Wolves.
And so Lovett's going to call a timeout.
It's a good timeout. We got some tired Lions. There's no reason not to give them a break here.
1:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. Lovett leads at 21-7. Wesleyan, a fresh set of downs at the Lovett 21-yard line.
Boy, would we like to hang on and not have to deal with the onside kick scenario.
In the worst way.
Boy, they've had some big conversions. You got to give it to this Wolves team. You got to give it to Banks Ramsey for the way he's handling this tough situation and continuing to fight.
Some more scores courtesy of Thompson Reporting Services scoreboard. Again, still 3rd quarter. Last score we had was Pace Academy 17-7 over Hateful Charter. Model leads Chattooga 13-12. And
you're going to get some nasty emails from good people up there in Modell calling them Model.
It's Model. Don't say that. Darlington.
Maybe I'm getting nasty emails.
Darlington leads Armurchie 37-0 in the game we were kind of predicting. So 1st and 10 Wolves as they come out of the Lovett timeout. Shotgun set, 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers right. Ramsey's going to take it and go down.
Oh,
that's grounding. That's got to be grounding.
Was he outside the tackle box?
He had nobody to throw to.
Nor did he get it past the line of scrimmage. He was outside the tackle box.
The flag did come out,
there
and it
is.
is grounding as he was wrapped up by Jackson Stewart and Rodriguez right at the 25-yard line and just...
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Ramsey, but you can't just throw it into the ground to avoid a sack. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
It'll move the ball back to the 30, and loss of down will bring up 2nd and 19. We're more concerned about the clock than anything else, but 2nd and 19.
They've overcome some big penalties in this drive. Can we make them pay for that one?
Low snap. Ramsey rolls to his right, looks back to his left. He's in some trouble. Still in some trouble, and Herbert's going to drop him right around the 32-yard line. He stayed with it. Stewart was sort of shadowing him and keeping him from being able to tuck it and
exactly,
run.
like a spy.
Right.
Ian Herbert is having a game. And I know I keep saying this. Ian Herbert looks like he comes up to the waistline of this quarterback, and he's bringing him down.
3rd and 21 for the Wolves at the Lovett 32. Ramsey takes it. He's going to throw it over the middle, high, complete, and caught by Cook down inside the 10 to about the 8. He went up high to catch that, and it stops the clock with 59 seconds to go, and McCown's hurt on this near side right around the 40.
What a catch, and unfortunately this is stopping the clock. What a catch by the Wesleyan Wolves. He threw that thing up for grabs, essentially. And just as you said, Cook went up high above a few different line defensive backs and snagged that one out of the air. And took a hit all at the same time and held onto the ball. Big play by Harrison Cook of the Wolves.
And give Ramsey credit because he put it almost like he'd thrown to him every single practice, saying, go up and get this one.
Luckily, Evan McCown appears to be walking off. It looks like he's got a right shoulder issue, walking off under his own power. Hopefully just a stinger, nothing too serious. Here we go. Rolling right is the Wesleyan quarterback.
Ramsey takes it.
That is-
He was out of bounds.
How he wasn't, sorry about that, how he wasn't out of bounds. He was out of bounds when he threw it.
He must have been. It kind of looked like the intentional grounding again. He just flung it.
So the pass
We got the
was really never made. He went out of bounds right around the 12-yard line. Sorry about that. We had a little technical problem there with the speakers here at Lovett. Second and goal from the 12. Ramsey takes it. He's under some pressure. He's going to go down. That's grounding again.
That is.
Unless he just calls it that he's down.
No, that's a flag.
Oh, yeah.
His coaches are going to have a talk with him about what you can and can't do when you're being sacked.
He was going down in Drayton Foster's arms along with Ian Herbert, not that we haven't called that name a lot tonight, and just dumped it.
It's not even it's a dump. You're being nice to him by saying he is slinging it as his knee is hitting the ground, just aimlessly forward 5 feet. Almost like he's rolling it like he's bowling.
So the penalty moves it back out to the 26, the Lovett 26. It's third and goal from the 26 with 42 seconds to go. Ramsey takes it, drops. He's going to float it deep in the end zone. They're fighting for it. Charlie Chambers and Howard Cook, and the pass ball's incomplete.
Good coverage.
It'll bring up fourth down.
Chambers was in good position the entire time. He looked back, he found the ball, and just maintained his leverage. Nice play by Charlie Chambers.
So fourth and 26, fourth and goal from the 26, the Lovett 26, and
Crowd's on its feet.
the crowd is getting up. They're not acting like those Georgia Tech West Standers that you're familiar with.
Taking a shot at the nerds. I don't really see why that's necessary.
Shotgun set for Ramsey. He takes it. He's under pressure. He's going to throw it up deep into the end zone.
It's your Hail Mary.
And batted away by K.J. Wallace at the last second as he tried to find Drew Aspinwall, and the pass falls incomplete, and the Lions will take over. First and 10, their own 26-yard line, 28 ticks left on the clock, and they're going to secure a 21-7 win over the Wesleyan Wolves.
The players are celebrating. The fans are celebrating. I believe, Richard, we just beat the undefeated number 3 ranked Wesleyan Wolves on homecoming on the riverbank.
Woo!
If I'm not mistaken.
This couldn't have been a better game.
So,
Great defensive stand. We let them out of their. We let them get back in it a few times, but in the end we bent but did not break.
So it's good to see Trent Beaver along with Nick Marshall walk through our press box.
Yep.
Head down to the field after they've been helping the coaches.
And I know you're partial to that Nick Marshall name. Well, I don't know about you, but all I can think about at this point is what's coming next week. We've just set ourselves up for what seems like an annual affair. We got a showdown with the GAC Spartans with the region championship and the number 1 seed on the line again. This time at their place.
You know we lost one game, though.
So the Lions will go into their favorite victory formation here. Wesleyan has no chance to stop the clock.
Does Tyndall know how to get under center? Should we be concerned about this?
He can do it. Brady Tyndall takes the knee, and that's going to do it. As they won't have to reset it. And the Lions are going to head into Halloween with GAC on the road. Victors in 21-7 over the Wesleyan Wolves, and the perfect record against the Wolves stays intact, and that's a happy bunch of Lions. And the field is getting flooded with Lovett students.
What a big win for the Lions. This team that loses its first 4 games in tough fashion to bounce back, full of young players, to bounce back the way they have, and just, they from the opening kick, they outplayed their opponent. Great win. A very good opponent.
And the funny thing is, as I watch Wesleyan go across handshakes, every helmet is taller than the Lovett helmets.
I know everyone thinks that we play up this whole David Goliath thing all the time, and every commentator talks about how undersized they are. The Wesleyan Wolves were considerably bigger than the Lovett Lions. That is not an exaggeration. That's a great win for Lovett after what they went through earlier in the season. To put themselves in position again to win this region and secure home field advantage as the number 1 seed heading into the playoffs. Now, it's a tall task. We all know that GAC's real good. We all know that. And we got to go to their house. But we control our own destiny. That's all you can ask for.
Well, T-Caz, you're a hero for stepping in like you did. Everyone thanks you.
Well, I appreciate the invite. It's a lot of fun to do this, particularly on homecoming, particularly when the team plays as well as they did tonight. So thank you for having me. Jarekitis's. I know you get all the publicity, but this is a 2-man operation up here with your wife Mary.
And even Peter, class of, what is it, 2005?
5, yeah. His 10-year reunion tonight made an appearance.
He came up here for us a little while ago.
He did.
Little game recap. We know the final score, Lovett 21, Wesleyan 7, but what highlight play or what, we came out, describe that first drive we had.
On all the 3rd and 1s and the 4th and 1s, Tyndall made some huge plays tonight with his feet. He must have run the quarterback draw 10, 12 times and made some fantastic individual plays. He had the 40-yard run to set up the second touchdown, and then he made 3 guys miss to score the second touchdown. And then defensively, once we got this lead on them and they had to pass the ball, Ian Herbert pinned his ears back and was in their offensive backfield the whole night. A lot of players making some great plays. The way Jay Harris ran the ball all night was fantastic. But this defense did a great job as well. I think the O-line, too. This O-line did just enough to win a close battle in the trenches, particularly as the game went on against the Wesleyan Wolves, to make it all happen. It's just, if you're a Lovett fan, you got to love what you're seeing right now. This is a young team. This is a young team who is getting better week after week after week and gaining confidence. The big catch by these freshmen, number 3, KJ Wallace, was a huge catch. A huge catch by Nick Jackson, the tight end, going up the seam in traffic. We got some young players that are stepping up, and they've grown up a lot over the course of this season.
Well, I hope you'll support line athletes all throughout the year. Basketball starts up soon, we're happy to say. How about giving us our game statistics to wind us up before we head out?
All right, the rushing yards, listen to this. 183 rushing yards by the Lions compared to 1 single rushing yard by Wesleyan. I don't know if that's a typo or what. I assume that sack yardage is what created a 1-yard gain for them, essentially. Passing yards, they had the advantage, 196 to our 96. We didn't really have to pass the ball. We recovered our own fumbles, so we didn't actually turn the ball over. We dominated time of possession relatively. The penalties was certainly on our side. They had 55 penalty yards to our 40. What am I missing here, Richard? It was just an overall team win.
I want to thank our sponsors, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, First Landmark Bank, Omni Contractors, Verizon Wireless, Atlantic Grill, Melwood Springs, Natural Spring Water, Play It Again Sports Buckhead, Thompson Reporting Services for real-time court reporters, Jonquil Sporting Goods, and the Metro Atlanta YMCA. Also want to thank all of our production crew, Perry McIntyre, our Sports Information Director, Mike Harner, Sarah Galante, and Jeff Wiersba, our Associate Athletic Directors, Steve Franks, our Athletic Director, Betsy James, our Operations Coordinator, Diane Thompson and Rachel Best in Network Control, Michael Moore and Jameel Atkinson with Statistics, Alan Goodwin and Tim Bengelli with Website and Media Management, Dave Stevens at Hewlett-Packard, and Shannon Nix for all his technical assistance. Well, we've done our final statistics.
One last thought. I love that at the end of these games when Lovett wins, Mike Muschamp gathers the team around, but all these students, the non-football players, and all these parents get to participate in what is essentially his post-game speech to the team every week. I mean, there's 100 people down there listening to him address the team after this win.
There's more than 100.
Yeah, there's 100.
There's 150 at least.
But I like how he lets all these students and all these parents participate in the post-game speech. And I've seen him do that before. I think that's a cool element. Well, great win. Thank you for